Please help me to power tap because we have serious restriction. People will not be able to see us. We don't care. 88. Good evening, ma'am. How are you? Please help me to power tap, everyone. We have restriction and so we have very limited visibility. So please help me to power tap so that people will know that we are here, okay? Just help me to power tap. How are you? Yeah, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, everybody. I'm going to be playing a video. Hi, everyone. Let's wait for people on YouTube. We are on two platforms, YouTube and TikTok. So on TikTok, we have very limited visibility because we have been restricted for 3 days. Thank God they have not taken us away totally. So if you power tap, people will be able to see and reshare so that people can see us, please. And for YouTube, please help me to share. I don't know if you share on TikTok. Let me put this picture here. Yes, tonight we want to be talking about the guy that went to Biola Adebayp's platform, Talk to Be. As you know what we do here, we talk about anything that's trending, anything that's prevailing, anything that we got to learn from. This particular story, I want us to deliberate on it because we talk about abuses in marriage. Yes, men too do have emotions. And like we have been calling on everybody, allow the men to come out and speak. Because so many men, keep quiet until they die in every relationship. I am one of those that will advocate for men to come out and be able to speak out. Leslie, you're welcome. So I'm one of those that will always advocate for men to come out and speak out. Especially here abroad, men go through emotional abuse. Of recent, about a week ago, we saw this trending one of Ray Ekpo that came out. He cried out, and at the end of the day, we were able to see that it was not factual about certain things he said. Yeah, he hid a lot of things from us. For instance, he didn't tell us that the money he was sending to Mayowa was Ajo money. Aside from that, there were abuses in the marriage. There was physical abuse that went on, and even we found out that the marriage has ended before Mayowa even left. So because he came out to make it look as if Mayowa left and got married while she was still in the marriage. No, they had both knew that it wasn't working again. Nevertheless, truth be told, men to go through emotions. And I will not stand there and say men should not come out and speak. In as much as we are encouraging the men to come out and speak out about, whatever they are going through, we should be mindful. And for our men, that's why I want us to talk here tonight. Men, because you have been told, you have been advised to come out when you are in pain, does not mean you should come out and be yarning rubbish. Sincerely, because you have been advised that, of course, men too have emotions, you should not, please help me to share, you should not, come out and yarn trash. This man came to Biola Adebayp. I'm going to play it and I will not interrupt for everyone that has seen it. Or we might be interrupting and be just pointing out some things. because I've been busy, that's why I couldn't come out to speak about it. But now I have time. I can talk about it for like 2 hours if I can before going to bed. Like I said, most of the time we advise them to come out, but coming out to yarn shit is not what we want. We want you to come out and be, say something reasonable instead of just coming out to say trash. Now, this man went to Biola Adebayp. Sorry, you sound tired. My darling sister. Good evening, my Flaky. How are you, mom? How are you? How are the children? Hope you're good. Yeah, I'm a bit tired, but I really want to dive into this. And the reason being that we know a lot of men, we have said, they should always come out to speak out. As I said, men go through emotions, so we should not even cover ourselves as women and say, men should not come out and cry, men should not. No, men can come out and cry, men have emotions like women, and they should not die in silence. However, we should not allow men should not allow themselves to come out and yarn trash. I saw this video of this man that is trending, and I can see a lot of basketballs going on with him. When you go to the comment section, yes, this man lives abroad. He said he brought a woman to the UK. At the end of the day, they had misunderstanding and they left each other. My major part that I took so seriously with this man is the fact that he was talking too much. Even without being told, you will know that a man like that cannot keep a woman. He talked about certain things that I, resonate with. Part of which he says, be careful when, don't be pushed by, I know the family very well, and you don't do your own investigation, or you don't, or because you marry for pity and all those things. Fine. But most of the things he said, and I could see a vindictive man in this man, If after you have separated, being vindictive doesn't make any sense. You don't have children together, fine, good. But he sounded so vindictive. In fact, he was asking Biola if, Biola would allow that, he would give Biola the permission to paste her pictures, her videos everywhere for people to know her. And, you could see, if not that it is, national TV that Biola is broadcasting for, he was ready to call her names. I'll go by this and then we can start it. Please bear with me. If you have watched it, fine. If you have not, let's watch it.
Well,
and we can point out some things.
I've never been married. No, I've got kids. Yeah, but I tried to be married once, and then my hands, my body were burnt badly. Yeah.
How do you mean?
Yeah. Okay. There's this lady. I don't know if, because there might be second stage of this interview.
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't know if it's possible if we can attach some pictures to this video.
Okay.
So that people can see the person I'm talking about. Do you understand? Yeah, I don't know.
Attach a picture?
No, yes. Yeah, videos, footages. I mean, yeah, I have a lot. Or if it's not possible, maybe I would do that in my own, on my own platform.
Okay.
Do you understand?
So
Because
you could see that this man has been looking for a big platform to expose this woman. Of course, you're hurting. I know men too, like I said, have emotions. And you could see that he's hurting. He's been looking for an avenue to have a very big platform to expose this woman that broke his heart. And he was already asking for, okay, I know this is going to have part 2. This is just part 1. And let's listen.
sometimes some people do pray for grace. Yeah, that they want God to bless them. They want grace, and then when they see that grace, why they think about do grace in your body? They be think grace in your body. Another person don't want grace gone. Grace gone. If I don't, some people are they are like that. I think this my partner doesn't deserve a second chance.
Somebody that doesn't.
No. She do, and I mean it. And then I will this podcast. I will wait for her, and I triple dare her to come out on any social media, to say anything, and then maybe.
Number one, everyone deserves a second chance. You are not God, and you're not Mr. Perfect. Your partner, your ex, cannot tell us and say, no, he doesn't deserve a second time, a second chance. I will stand there as a woman and say, oh, babe, go and sit down. He deserves a second chance. Everyone deserves that second chance. So you cannot come out and tell us, no, she doesn't deserve a second chance because of your own experience with her. Your own experience with her might be terrible. Someone else might see her as a perfect match. And you're saying it authoritatively that, she can come out. You're trying to be very confrontational. You're ready to confront her and make it a big deal, even though the lady had left quietly. Relationship goes sour. Of course, if it is not working, it is not working. You go your way, I go my way. But you are ready to make it a confrontational issue. You want it to be a public issue. Some of our people are looking for followership on social media. Like this man said, he has his own job, but he's into acting for the past 2 years. For the past 2 years that you have been acting, nobody knows you. No one recognizes your presence. You are not known anywhere. You are not even an upcoming because nobody knows you. I guess it's just part of it to launch himself into, social media. And so you could see that he's actually looking for that big platform that will announce him to the world, and he chose Biola Adebayp.
Maybe then I will now put out some footages, receipts. Maybe we should leave it at that. Maybe for now, they can bola shiri. I want to read me to more èèyàn mo fẹ́.
Àṣírí wo ló fẹ́ bò? For you non-Yoruba speakers, say jẹ́ kí n bò láṣìírí. Let me cover a secret. Let me keep that dark part of her. For what dark part of her are you covering up? Was she promiscuous when she was with you? Was she that, because the highest thing you can do, maybe when it comes to divorce, that you can divorce somebody on, that is, infidelity on the part of the woman, and you say, okay, if anybody hears about your infidelity acts in my home, then people will raise eyebrows. But if you're saying Jekim Bula Shiri, what's Ashiri? Please, like I told you, we have been banned, we have been restricted on TikTok. Can you please help me to power tap and reshare, because people cannot see us, okay? We have been banned, we have been restricted for 3 days.
One man lost off not to bury me because you're you're very famous now, you're popular. So one so from pay ex yeah, I lot of Biola, so yeah. So I triple there. Yeah, then to put, or call on joke she interview and be condemned, maybe some footages and So back to the story. Yeah, I had a daughter in 2012. Yeah.
That's like 14 years ago.
Yeah, about 14. Yeah, she'll be 14. Yeah. With a British citizen. We had issues. I didn't manage the situation very well. So we couldn't. A wonderful lady. Maybe what I know now.
If you had known
maybe I will be able to manage the. But unfortunately,
I am not going to blame you. I have seen that he had a child with a British national. He said, we don't know if it is Oyinbo or Dudu. but he said a British national. So, and you could see that he's talking well about that particular person. He said a wonderful woman. So, definitely, if your ex has been good to you, bravo. That's perfect on that side. I will applaud him for, saying good things about that person. However, I feel he's saying that because they have a child together. The child is about 14 years old, and he knows that he might lose, any contact if he messes up with an Oyibo, as far as I'm concerned. Anyway.
So she's happily married. My daughter's living with her.
She's happily married.
Yeah. I try to give someone else another chance, but you know how our women think over there. Like when they are getting small money, they think they can ride you and they can. Maybe I would have given that one a second chance as well. But one thing about relationship is that you don't love out of.
What if I told you you can go to university without any GCSEs?
You guys, you are always saying that here that women, they don't listen to men. No, women listen to men. You understand?
The one that came the second time, you didn't get married?
No. I've never been married. Yeah.
Okay. Did you have any baby with her? The second one?
Yeah.
Help me to power tap,
please. During the COVID.
2020?
Yeah, 20. Yeah.
Okay, so you didn't have another child since
Yeah.
2012.
Yeah, 2012. Yeah. And then so this lady in question, we've known each other for like about 26 or 27 years. We grew up from the same church. My mother of blessed memory, our mother of blessed memory, our father that is still alive, they've been going to the same church for like about 40 years now. So we also,
Thank you.
We grew up from the same, from the same church. She happens to be the rich kids. I mean, those days, their parents would bring them with V-boots. Those V-boots those days, and look up to the God. How now? When? Do you understand? Well, fast forward to early 2000 or 2001. I was doing my HND in Yabatech. At the same time, I was working, in Guinness, Nigeria PLC. So we met, we reconnected. So this is someone I've always, I like her from afar. I like our upbringing. Yeah, so I asked her out.
So this particular lady, they grew up together, attended the same church. They never had any relationship. So it was when they were very young, as minors, as teenagers, but never had anything together. He said he was just looking at her from afar because of her own background. The lady is from a rich home, wealthier than his, and so they were not on the same level.
She said she was in a relationship.
And they reconnected when he was in the poly, that's university level. So they met again, they reconnected. So he tried to talk to her. So at that time, like, oh, somebody I've been liking for a long time. And she said, oh, sorry, I'm in a relationship already. And so.
Year after that, 2005, I traveled out of the country. So I even remember that I still called her to say, then with my visa, I can still bring someone as a dependent. It's not like this whereby people, but still, I can still, But she told me, oh, she's about to get married. Do you understand?
So you could say that this particular lady she is talking about, she wasn't about just traveling abroad. Yeah? She had somebody she was seeing. So even though you came to her as at that time in 2005 and said, look, I have visa and bring you to the UK. She said, oh, no, sorry. I'm already about to get married. So, oh, so sorry, sir. if you had come earlier, maybe we would be talking about relationship. But for now, so you could see that it wasn't a thing of for her to travel abroad. She wasn't so, excited about it. If not, some women, that are like that are so into I must travel, will have taken that opportunity and dumped the man that wanted to marry her. At least she wasn't married then. But she said, "Oh, sorry, I am already, I'm about to get married." I've seen somebody shared a story with me. They were about to get married. Maybe they were just planning things, and this girl saw another guy that came from Canada. And just like that, a relationship of about 9 years, she just jumped that guy because of abroad. But this lady said, "Oh, sorry, I can't."
And I let it go. Well, it's someone that I've always wanted to be with. I like her very much. Do you understand? Fast forward to 2016. We reconnected again. How? My mom called me that she lost her immediate younger brother in America. That I should, try to call her to, console her and all that. So that's where we reconnected. We started talking. How are you? How's family? Sorry about what happened, what about kids? Your husband said, Rocco, no way, go. Okay. And then she told me what happened in our previous relationship. Yeah. Like Yoruba people will say, "Tama fun wiri loko or do arai, no marukosi." You understand? What I'm trying to say is, in a nutshell, is that even if you're in the court of law, you won't tell the judge that you're guilty.
Remember, he once spoke to her before she got married. When this girl now lost her brother years later, the mother, informed him that this girl, this papa person lost her brother. Can you just give her a call? And he did. And from there, they started talking again. And then he asked her about her marriage. Remember, this guy wasn't married. He had a child and was just living alone in the in the UK. And so he asked her about his marriage, and she said, "Oh, sorry, things happened and that marriage didn't work." And look at the adage he used. Of course, she might have said sweet things. So many women, we don't tell the truth when it comes to, separation, divorce. Mostly, we blame the other party. And so also is the men too. In as much as you are saying she was saying sweet things that could make her look good, of course you yourself, if you were in her shoes, you will have said the same thing, something that would make the other party that left to be the bad person.
You understand? Yeah. So, and I said, no problem. So we started the conversation, the relationship in 2016, but I'm not sure. So in 2018, I came to Nigeria for the first time. The first time I came, I tried with the little, going out, hanging out and all that. When I was going back, she fought me and I left the country. I'm still not sure. 2019, I came, same thing happened. I'm not sure.
You're not sure?
He said some things. Sometimes we see the red flag. Yes, both male and female. Sometimes we see the red flags, but we ignore. This guy said when they met, when he went, he went to Nigeria from the UK to meet her. Before then, while they were still talking on the phone, doing this long distance relationship, he noticed some things in her. He ignored and wasn't too sure, is this the girl I want? Remember, relationship of church member is different from having a love affair. So he noticed that this is not the girl that this is not the person that I was seeing as a young girl. Anyway, he said he ignored. And then he came to the Nigeria to see her. Twice, he noticed some things, but he still went away.
I'm not sure of who she really is. But in the process, I now discuss with her, you know what? I like you. I want to bring you here. You come on visiting, and then we'll spend time together.
To know
So
each other.
by the time we spend, at least they will give you 6 months. I'll do everything. So by the time we will spend 3 months, and then we'll be able to know
Each other.
and all that. And then she went to meet her mom. Don't forget I said my mom, her mother, and her father, they've been going to the same church for like over, and then I also grew up from the
like a family thing.
yeah, like. So she now went to meet her mom to tell her mom that Shegun is trying to, process my visa to come on a visiting. We were talking about relationship just to, and that's, I would try, or let me put it this way, I will be highlighting my mistakes. That I don't want the younger ones that are coming behind us. If you're living anywhere in America, in Asia, anywhere you're living, if you're listening to these, I want you to, be taking my points. My number one mistake that I made from this whole story is that I allow our parents to intervene into my, my relationship with our daughter, our mom. I allow. On no account should you allow your whoever you date.
If you're talking about allowing a third party into your relationship, it's different from what you're talking about, Mr. I don't know your name again. Sorry. Because when you're talking, of course, it's an advice for everybody, not only the men, even to the ladies. Do not allow third party interference. That is mother-in-law, brother-in-law, sister-in-law, friend-in-law. That is a perfect advice. But this particular one of her informing her mom about her going abroad to meet you. Any reasonable girl from a responsible home should carry their parents along. Yes, mom, this guy is asking me to come and spend some time with him in the UK. It shows she's from a responsible home. You wouldn't have expected her to carry her bag and come and stay with you without any, arrangement of what is going to happen. You understand? Remember, she was once in a marriage. She had a failed marriage. And so every hand will be on deck to ensure that she doesn't get it wrong the second time. So for you using that as advising people, advising both male and female, especially male, doesn't make sense. Of course, it is a good advice. That's for on the general level of ensuring that you don't allow third party into your relationship. But on this particular one of you inviting her and her telling her mom about it, and then mom coming to talk to you, I think is the best thing, is a reasonable thing to do, because they have known you right from when you were a baby. So they will always treat you and her as brother and sister.
To come or to even have a say in your relationship, don't do it.
Their parents.
Yeah, their parents. Yeah, don't do it. So that's number one biggest mistake of my life. So our mom came because our mom know her very well. I didn't know her. Our mom knows what happened in our first relationship. I am not sure.
You didn't know her. For so many of you that you are trying to get into any relationship, please don't let this be your lot. Don't say, oh, I didn't know him very well, I made that mistake. Or I didn't know her very well, I made that mistake. While you were courting, you should have seen some things that you would have picked from any relationship. Don't be pressured at any time. Whether you are 60 years old, you are 40 years old, and you're trying to get married. Because you have lost some relationships in the past, does not make you fall into more terrible ones. You can't tell me that I didn't know her mother knows her better. No. You should be the one to investigate and know who she is, really. If you grew up, in the same neighborhood as children, you know people that knew her as at that time. And no matter what, somebody that had been married before, look, this is the time of Ayelujara, where everything you need is out there. If you really want to know somebody, you know that person. Don't be deceived about all these things. Do you understand? So let's hear.
What our mom told me was that, my daughter told me you want to bring her on a visiting, for you guys to know each other. No, it can't work like that. Mom told me, you fly down. About new way, come to Nigeria, come and pay our bride price and whatever. Do you understand? And I told my...
There's something that is not clear there. Initially said he had been in Nigeria twice before that time. So is it telling us that he never met the mother-in-law at that time when they were just courting? Because he said the woman was asking her, don't you have your documents to travel? Don't you have your stay? And the mother was just like, okay, you're inviting her to come over. If because she must have seen that you have dated for some time before she can tell you to come and pay something before you take my daughter away. It's just common sense. If a woman calls you and say, okay, that means you have been dating her because you said you have been there twice, 2 times, year 2014 and 2000 and something, you have been here, you have been there to see her in Nigeria. Of course, the mother will have known that you are dating and you will have gotten in touch with them. So for her to say, no, you are taking her abroad now, why don't you come home and do the right thing? I think it is not about interference now. It's about doing the right thing. They don't want her to look cheap. You understand? Because I do advise that too. Yeah, if you know you want to get married to me, even if it is mommy moe, let's do it now before I move to your place. So what the mother was trying to do is that, yeah, you're taking her abroad. Why don't you do like introduction or something? Then we know that you're taking her abroad. So that makes sense.
I call my mom. Yeah, that's number 2. Mistake. Don't allow your parents' emotion, to no matter what happened, no matter what your parents because you'll be the one in the relationship. Do you understand? That's number 2. Mistakes. Yeah.
With what the mom said.
No, I'm going somewhere. I'm going somewhere. I'm going somewhere. Do you understand? So I went to my mom. Mama, yeah, I've been talking to this lady. How we went to school together. I have pictures. That's why I said I would love to attach some, footages, pictures on this, on this episode.
And you can see that he really wants the world to know this lady. Yes, like I said, we do have issues. Everybody go their own way. This lady wants a quiet divorce or wants, a quiet separation. But like I said, this guy said he joined acting Nollywood or whatever wood 2 years ago. You could see that he's looking for an avenue to blow up. He's looking for a platform that is big enough to announce him to the world. And he cleverly selected Biola's platform because it is all about, I'll bring a picture out, I don't mind you seeing her. Sometimes if you want to talk about your experience, sad experience that you want to share with the world and want the world to learn, you want everyone to learn, the society to learn, the younger ones to learn. Why would you be talking about bringing our pictures everywhere? Show GLO Mogbeni, show Pailo money, show Doko nínú ilé ẹni. What has she done that somebody has not seen that you want to paste her picture everywhere because she served you? She served you breakfast. even our king, that Naomi, Queen Naomi served breakfast, has not been crying all the time. Of course, he makes mention of it, but he didn't tell us to start pasting her picture everywhere. Kí ló le tó yìí? So it is not about awareness, teaching, or whatsoever. It's as if you're out to destroy her. And aside from destroying her, you're trying to have followership. You are trying to create a profile for yourself, and you want people to start following you. You are cloud chasing, as far as I'm concerned. Somebody said, I have paid a tuition fee, responsible for her upkeep, only to see her parents for a stranger when she came back from NYSC. Oh, sorry, sir. It happens, Mr. Nelson. It does happen. Sometimes you pay somebody's fees through school, through uni, and at the end of the day, it doesn't work. You should thank God. Sometimes it is when they come into your life that you have started living together that they will start showing you. So it's better you didn't even start at all, Mr. Please help me to power tap. Like I told you, we have been restricted and nobody will know we are here. Just help me to power tap and reshare.
If you permit me, so that you're, but if you don't want that for now, so that, because I like to, in the UK, we like to do our things with evidence. If police, you're caught, police arrest you now, and then you're taken to court of law. You can't say, Biola is here, he can, what is the evidence? They need, do you understand? So I have a lot of evidence. That's why I said, or evidence is, whichever way. So, and I told that second mistake that I made. I told my mom that, Mama, I want to take this decision. Our mother said, "Oh, I'm not too nippy, too near. If I want to, do you think it's justifiable to, And don't forget, she was once married.
Oh.
Yeah, she was once married. Yeah. According, like I said, according to her, some issues happened. It was recently that I now did my investigation.
So tani ó ya wèrè nínú wa àti gẹ̀yẹn? Oh, sorry sir, mo ti fẹ́ máa lera. I'm becoming to be like a bit partial. Sorry, it's just the woman in me that's coming out. Mr. Man, you said you started digging. It is just of now that you started digging. Why did you not dig when you knew you were going to spend the rest of your life with this girl? Why did you not dig as at that time to know her better? Why did you rush into the relationship? Why did you rush to bring her abroad? So you saw something in her. You saw somebody from a good home, from a very beautiful background, a rich lady, rich family lady, Omokoya, and you felt, oh, I've known her for a long time. So you did not do your proper investigation when you met her. Like I said, it can happen to anybody. It's an awareness for you. If you're going into any relationship, do not rush. Male or female, take your time. Take your time to know the person. You need to know the person, even though your parents knows that person very well. Come on, dele, come on, yeah, come on, bye. They know everybody about that person. But this is your own life. It is you that you're going to live with that person. Do you understand? You should try as much as possible. Do your investigation, especially somebody that has left a marriage. So you're saying it is just of recent that you just did. You did what?
Ex-husband, some people.
So he said he just found out that her ex-husband went and took her to the family house. Take your pikin, give me back my wine. I don't want wife again. How terrible she was. according to you. That's how terrible she must have been. Because for a man to say, I am not doing again, oh yeah, take your load. Take. I don't want your woman. I don't want your daughter again. Take your daughter and go back. That lady must have been very bad. So you got to know now. As at the time she told you all these things, you did not investigate. Okay?
I don't think for donkey years. So back to the story. I told my mom, yeah, Mama, yeah, I like this girl. Yeah, she's my kind of girl, but I'm not sure. Yeah, but my mom said if I really want to marry her, yeah, it costs nothing. I should, fly down and, pay her, do the number, whatever, and then do you understand? So, yeah, and my mom said, those are the type of lady you should marry because torí eléyìí tó bá fún láǹfààní. I'm quoting my mom now. She's a blessed memory now. She's late. So ó yẹ kó rí ẹ pé ó ti fọkọ rí tó bá fẹ́ wàá gbádùn ẹ̀ kò ní sí pé ó ń wo bí ó ń wò òun kò ní sí ó dẹ̀ ti dàgbà. Because as at when I came to marry her in 2021, she was 42. Yes. Yeah. I'm sorry. She was 4.
How old were you?
Yeah. I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to. Yeah. But I mean, I'm older than her. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah. But if you want to use the age bracket, do you understand?
I just want to know the age bracket within.
Yeah, but it'd be 3. Like say, take 2-3 years.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you understand?
Okay. So
Yeah. Do you understand? So,
You can see how manipulative this man is. He was quick to tell us the lady's age. Yeah, when I got married to her, it was like I pitied that she was 42. Oti dagba. I married her. Biola asked, how old were you as at that time? He could not tell us his own age precisely. Until Biola took it out of his mouth like what is the age difference? Can we know? Just to know, have an idea. And he said just like 2-3 years between us. Why can't you tell us boldly your own age? Why were you so quick to tell us our age? You will know that it's a smear campaign to destroy this girl. I don't know her. I don't know anything about her. And I pray she doesn't even answer you. I pray this particular lady just keep quiet and just ignore. Press her ignore button until she sees her pictures and then she can sue for him displaying her pictures everywhere. Because for you, we have parted ways. There is law in Nigeria that says you must not leave the marriage. There is no law. That is why we have something called divorce. So if there's something called divorce, yeah, you have the right to divorce. Why would you plaster my pictures everywhere because I left you? I did not steal from you. I did not run away. I did a normal divorce process. And we parted ways. And you could see there's a smear campaign just to, like I said, have followership. As far as I'm concerned, you're quick to tell us about ladies' age. And you're not, bold enough to tell us your own age. How old were you? Be precise. If you have nothing to hide, how old were you when you got married to this girl? You understand? Don't make yourself the perfect one. I am not saying that girl was perfect in that marriage. No. She may have been a very terrible person. She may have been anything, but we have not heard from her. But we have seen some things that you have said that doesn't make sense. And that shows how, vindictive you can be. And then you talk too much. Sorry.
Yeah, you can call it age mate or, yeah, do you understand? So, and my mom said, yeah, my mom now used one proverb. Toti were outdated. My brother again, don't let them use this away. I'm a buruku shefe and a buruku sheni. It's outdated though. Because only one form of buruku, atula no buruku. Double ala niyo. That is don't tell us. That is in my own case now.
So you can imagine this is the family you have known for years, and because of that family, you decided to go for her because you know she's from a good home. But now you're saying your mom gave you an adage of ọmọ ìyàwó burúkú ṣe fẹ́, ọmọ burúkú ò ṣe é ní, àbí kí la máa ìyàwó burúkú ṣòro fẹ́, ọmọ ti gbàgbé òwe yẹn in Nigeria, Yorùbá òwe, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá mọ òwe. What it does mean is that yes, it's better to have a bad wife than having a terrible in-law. If you have good in-laws who will always stand up and, you know, stand for you in terms of problems, they will not side their own daughter or their own son. They will not be biased in ensuring that they give everybody their own. Ọmọ burúkú ṣe fẹ́, àná burúkú ò ṣe ní. Thank you, Olayinka. So having a good in-law in our own culture, Yoruba, is a very good thing for us, because you are rest assured that when I go to his mom or I go to our mom, I'm very sure they are not just going to be like, my daughter did not do that. They will scold that daughter or scold that man. So they are very open-minded. They will treat you like their own. So the mother saying that to you was right. Your mother knew them and was proud of who they were, and that was why she stood for you. I still stand by that adage. And aside from that, I still stand that even though that adage still works, it is now on your own part to investigate and ensure that the person that we are talking about that has good ano, that has good parenthood, has good behaviors herself or himself. So it is your own duty to have done your own due diligence to know who you're getting into.
Do you understand? So my mom go by the way of Omoburuku Shefe and Oburuku Osheni. I know our parents. If there's any issue, we can easily go to the parents and tell them Omointin Shebai, Omointin Shebai, so that they can talk to her, which is fair enough. But I saw some signs. I'm not sure. But I came down and we started planning the marriage during the COVID. Yeah. Something happened when we were planning when we were planning the marriage, because I came to marry January. I think we did our marriage on January 7th, 2021. So I sneak in and out of the country in December 2020. That COVID year, it was horrible. Do you understand? Then you have to get COVID.
A lot of things.
Yes, you have to get COVID test. You have to do COVID.
So
it was mad. It was crazy. My flight ticket was cancelled like about 3 times.
Yeah.
Just because I wanted to come and marry someone, in Nigeria. Do you understand? But my mom was, scared for me. Like, you can't just be living alone. I mean, you're doing pretty well. You need someone, but just come and do whatever you need to do, and then see how you can bring her, to come and join you. And I follow my mom's instruction. But while we were planning the marriage, like I said, something happened. And then that's number 3?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, number 3 error. This woman can keep Malice. Malice, they call it Malice, with a dead body. Ex-wife, keep.
Yes, those were the things, the red flag you saw, and you decided to stay with the person. And your fellow Dumari, how will you, sis? I just want to do this before I start bringing anybody up. Please listen. It's about this man that went to Biola Adebayp's program, and you could see how vindictive he was when he was talking, and he wanted that girl's picture to be everywhere, and so I'm just analyzing it. And this is what I used to do before I joined TikTok. I talk about things before bringing anybody up. So please just bear with me, my darlings, on TikTok. I really enjoy it when I speak. Now, this particular guy now, you could hear that he said, oh, what was I saying before? Oh, God. What was I saying? I was bringing out a point. Okay. Yeah, you saw somebody that was keeping malice. Malice. Omo. Tosin Gold. How are you, sis? Malice is one of those things. We have been restricted. Please help me to just share. Just keep resharing because of the restriction. People will not be able to see it. It's for 3 days. They restricted it 2 days ago, and I think by 2 days time, I don't know if they will remove the restriction. But please help me to just keep resharing. Somebody that keeps malice. Me too, I can't stand anybody that keeps malice. So no. There are people that are good in everything, and maybe that's the only thing they have. You saw that in her. Like you said, even before you people started seeing each other, right from when you were doing long distance relationship, you could see that attributes in her. If it is only that thing that you will have even taken your ill at, you say, Lord Maje, keep malice. Because for me, some people are good at it. I can't date you. When I was a young person, once we start relationship, and and that's one thing I've told one of my daughters when she she had this relationship, and she was saying it, that this guy can keep malice. I said, Safu, don't worry, Olorun. If you don't call him, he won't call you. Olorun Maje. What kind of a person is that? That person can keep malice, and then that some men too, they keep malice. And some women, you stay in the same house and you people will have small quarrel, and they will not talk to each other for months, for days, and that is where communication breaks in marriage, in relationship. Once you start keeping malice, you close the doors to communication, because communication is the bridge of any marriage. If you want to have a perfect relationship, open up to yourselves. You don't close that door of communication. Once that door is closed, you are inviting separation. Some women can keep malice like so for this man, you knew that. You said, this girl can keep malice no matter what. Maybe you had not seen it as anything as at that time, but you saw the red flag, but you wanted the relationship. At least that is one thing that, unless if you don't mind, or that is the part of you. Some husband and wife are just malice keepers. Some, it is only one party. How can you have just one small quarrel with your husband or your wife, and 1 week you don't talk to each other? Are you okay? If you are part of those people that you are on this platform, go and seek for help. Seek in you, badun you. No. Please, I think they've removed that restriction. Help me to see if they've removed it. Try to give gifts. Let me see, because I can't see that red thing again. Just give one gift. Let me see. You understand? Try to give gifts and see if it works. So, at least you know that this particular person, wrong. Or if you know you have been in this relationship for long, and you know your wife has been going through this, gift is still not allowed, that's fine. It's not, maybe the restriction is not cleared, they just removed the red. Anyway, that's fine. Help me to just power tap. It's still restricted. Thank you very much. Do you understand, darling, Madam, Mrs. Malice Keeper? I beg you in the mighty name of Jesus, if you are part of those women and you are watching me, please, it's not a good thing at all. Don't even leave it for your children to inherit from your gene. It's a bad trait. It destroys relationship. It destroys you yourself, because emotionally and psychologically, you are not balanced by keeping everything to yourself. When you have issues, you speak out and it goes. Yes, we all have emotions. I can be annoyed with you. I can be mad at you for 2 days and I'll just keep quiet and I won't talk to you. 3rd day, he smiles and the thing is gone. But if you're that type of a woman or a man, I can't even start. Some men can keep malice, do you know? Some men, they'll be writing couples in the house. Some couples, they'll be writing letter in the house. Tomorrow, I want rice. Put it on the table. Your children are going to school next week. Put it in the money here. What kind of a relationship are you practicing? You better go and seek for help because it's a mental health issue. Hey, gbádùn.
So something happened, and then this woman won't talk to me, and we are planning. She's the one planning this marriage or wedding or whatever you want to call it. I gave her money. So another point again. When a woman is telling you, I don't want big wedding, I want. She's hiding something.
Do you want to see your house?
No, she might not be hiding something because she said, I don't want elaborate marriage. That is where you're wrong. Don't mislead those watching you. Don't mislead our upcoming bachelors, our upcoming married men. Don't mislead the younger ones. If your partner says, I don't want an elaborate marriage, does not mean that person is hiding something. Sometimes, maybe because of her experience from where she was coming from, she feels that, Itashi, Tapariwo, the one we did elaborately did not work. Let me try a quiet marriage. Let me just go gently into your home and nobody will know. So that if it fails, people will not make jest of me. That does not mean that person has something to hide. No. It is you that you should have done your due diligence on knowing who you want to marry. But saying, guys, be careful when you meet a lady and she says, I don't want an elaborate wedding, run away from that person. No. Stop teaching us bad thing. Teacher, no teach me nonsense. No. That doesn't make any sense. It means she's being careful because she doesn't know what this holds for her. Okay?
She doesn't want people to know what she's hiding. She was telling me, I don't want, I'm a quiet person, and I think it's better to even date someone that is very, outspoken. All these, I don't know, that they hide under the, I'm quiet. I don't talk, I'm quiet. So she was the one planning, gave her.
You see, people have different attributes in behaviors, it's not everybody that will be like me, chatterbox. It's not everybody that will be like you, that you can speak. Some are naturally quiet. That does not mean they are bad. Yes. Some are naturally quiet, and you telling everybody it's even better to marry somebody that talk instead of marrying somebody quiet. So where will you put the quiet side of people that are quiet? Who will marry them if everybody leaves them? It's your choice. So for you have tested somebody that's quiet and you feel that is not good enough for anybody. That does not mean it should be a generalized thing for you to say and say, be careful of the quiet one. They are the most dangerous. Don't say that. Okay? It's not fair.
The money, to be, doing all this planning. And then this woman stopped talking to me for like about 3 weeks. She won't talk to me. She won't pick my calls until I now put a call.
If you are sensible enough, you are planning wedding, you guys are doing wedding planning and doing everything. This is the lady you're sending money to do planning, and she was keeping malice with you. Did you not see that is red flag? And don't forget what I do. This is one of our glasses that we sell. Call me for all your prescription frames. You can see this is a very beautiful frame, very fashionable. Call me, okay? And don't forget, Sparkling Beauty LLC is a weight management thing that you do. It ensures it's not for only weight management. Like I said, It does help you manage your general health and general well-being. You understand? If you're suffering from high blood pressure, high sugar level, you're prone to diabetes, or you are diabetic already, honestly, DM me after this program and you'll be amazed at what you're seeing. I started 3 weeks ago with 104 kg in the UK, kg, and this is my 3rd week. I'm going for 6 months program, and already I can feel my energy level coming up. Yeah, it doesn't just tackle your weight, it does tackle all your health needs. So please DM me to have more information on this. For our men that are pot-bellied, tó yẹ pé ikùn ló ń gbé kiri, and that has reduced their pimping, they can't do well again, inbox me. It's not only meant for women, men and ladies.
To our mom, my man here, you know what? I'm not going ahead with this, wedding again. My man, she personally baby here, and her mom went, or blessed memory, went to meet her. I don't mean what I want so. Yeah. She apologized, and then we continue from there. So before I forget, yeah, she was working with one company. She was being paid 80,000 euro per month as a contract staff. Only God knows when she has been doing the job. Or anytime they don't renew her contracts, like the heaven is going to fall. At the time, she was working from home, and then when I knew she was coming, I know I would bring her to the UK.
Where was she living? On those states or?
No, in Lagos. Yeah, she was living with her 2 brothers. Another thing, yeah, I would try to highlight, if a lady, if you're living anywhere, any part of the world, don't get me wrong, yeah, it's good there are beautiful girls in Nigeria. If you want to come here to pick any girl, like you see any girl, if she's not doing pretty well, if she has not even, fly on local flight between Nigeria, don't date her.
It's
Yeah.
not
No, my sister. My sister.
That happened to you.
Let me tell you. I'll give.
Did you hear what this man said? Mr. Man is advising the younger ones that are living here, or the older papas that are divorced and they are using their ECMO to cook in the UK and the United States of America and Canada and everywhere in diaspora, that if you're ready to get married and you are going home to pick a girl, that you should marry a well-made woman. Do not marry somebody that has not flown an airborne plane before, that has not flown any even local flights before. Does that make sense, guys? You're watching me. Because I have not moved from Lagos to Kaduna before by flight, does that make me less a big girl or less human in any way? I might not have any opportunity of traveling within or outside or whatsoever. It is same you men that will say, be careful of all these Nigerian ladies that has traveled all over the world. They are shallow. Where did she get the money from? Remember, you said she was working and she was only earning 80,000 naira. So how would she have been traveling from Port Harcourt to Lagos? And then you will have given her a name. Because first impression when you meet a lady and she has told you, I've been to Kaduna, I've been to this, I flew to Ghana, I flew to this place. What would have been your impression about her at that time, considering what she was earning? So she wasn't living above her means as at the time you met her, Mr. Man. So that's not a crime. Please, my people that you are trying to go and bring wife from abroad, don't mind Mr. Advisor. He's heartbroken. He's hurt. You can see he's being very, very manipulative. He's very vindictive. You could see that in him, that he's talking from the place of pain. Because the girl was not living above her means, she wasn't traveling everywhere. So that does not mean you should advise others. If you had met her and she was like those ladies that travel everywhere, you're like, where was she getting money from? So she wasn't living above her means. Hey Joe, don't advise men not to go and marry somebody who has not flown a local flight before. That's a bad advice, sir.
I want you to be firm with me.
There are good girls who haven't traveled, who does not have the opportunities to go everywhere.
Okay.
It does not mean they are going to be bad in the future.
Let me tell you that 1 out of 10.
Thank you, Biola.
Have you ever dreamed of becoming
Thank
a
you
model? You clicked,
for
you
speaking
applied online,
to his
and now you're here.
senses, because it's
That one.
Yeah, but to now find to now find that 1 out of 10. But she have a lot dafani. Have a lot bear of
Get the statistics.
It's out there, my sister. I've been around for.
It's the beer parlor talk that men do. You know, when they speak, just without any statistics or without anything that they call it beer parlor talk. That is beer parlor talk of saying, be careful, all these guys that have not flown anywhere before, only share anyone, man of don't go and start dating, I never chop babes. So yes, that's beer parlor talk, sir. Don't bring it on social media for general advice. It doesn't make sense.
4 weeks now.
Okay. So you got the statistics between 4 weeks?
No, not within 4 weeks. I've been collecting. No. I've been collecting. No, I have my evidences. I know what I'm talking about.
Let's go ahead.
Yeah, I know what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand? Okay. I can tell you today with 5 million naira, yeah. If you go to what is it called? ShopRite, yeah, at night. All my guys here know what is happening at ShopRite. I want to meet one more. Or you can empower about 10 to 20 people, girls, with 5 million naira, and they will be forever, be grateful to you with 5.
You can see what is preaching, that with 5 million naira, you can get 20 girls, you can empower them, but it's not talking about empowerment. What it's trying to say, we understand. You understand that instead of spending so much money on one particular girl, why don't you go on your escapade and enjoy yourself with other ladies? That with 5 million naira, Nigerian ladies are cheap according to him, and then you can just get them like this, isn't it? Is that what he's saying? Thank you, sir.
And I know what I'm saying. All what they need is just like a token of 500,000 naira.
Okay.
Just to be independent. That bulk of money, that small money, it might be small. All what they need. My guys know what I'm talking about. Do you understand? All the guys in the house, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, what am I trying to say in a nutshell is that the kind of money I spent on this person, yeah, I just need, there's some ladies out there that they need one fifth of this money and they will be where they want to be. Do you understand?
They will be forever your slave. Yeah, that's what you're saying, sir. That there are some ladies out there that with just little change. But guys, please, I just want to advise you, don't mind Mr. Artful Soul. I think he's very odd. Yes, sincerely, there are ladies and there are ladies. There are ladies that knows their words, and you can't compare them to those that you can just give tachere and then you get them to do whatever you want them to do. If I have my values, a man cannot change who I am. So it depends on who you want, not just any lady out there. So you were looking for a slave.
Because they just need that little opportunity. Do you understand? Just to get there, to move from point A to point B, and they will be there. But there are a lot of things you can do in Nigeria. So as I was saying, while planning this marriage over thing, she was keeping Malice with me. Yeah, that's our start. I still don't take. I didn't know that thing is a big deal.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Yeah, so that's another thing, my brother. If you're dating someone and then 2 days you have issues, she won't talk to you, run away. Do you understand? Yeah. So
I accept that. I clap for you. I've said it initially. Whether a male or a female, malice keeping is a bad attribute of anybody. It's something that should not be tolerated. If that person cannot change, please do not get married or settle for somebody that keeps malice. Whether you are a male or you are a female, once communication closes, relationship stops, destroys.
and then our mom went to meet her. Our mom is late today. Fairness to her, I'll say it as it is. And she went to meet her. I don't know what they discussed with her. And then, she came back. She apologized, and we continue with the marriage, whatever. But while she was during that period, she was working from home as well. Do you understand? So, I thought about, okay, I'm bringing her to the UK, so I need to empower her before she left. She had already know how to sew. I think she learned this fashion designing thing, and then I thought, okay, if she comes to the UK, in the meantime, while she'll be trying to, get a job, okay, let me employ somebody to teach her how to plait here. I employed someone that was going to teach her how to, plait hair. I was paying. It's even our mother that even got that person for us. I wanted to do, how boring our place could be, but it's only the people that have not been there, they would think.
And you could see you trying to bring her abroad. You were trying to prepare her for the task ahead. Brilliant idea. You understand? Already she had upskilled herself because I think she is a graduate. She had done some, apprenticeship of learning how to sew. So, of course, she had upskilled herself one way. You said you now, employed somebody to teach her how to make hair. For everyone coming abroad, please learn a trade of doing something. Handwork pays here. Whether you're sewing clothes or doing hairdressing or whatsoever, it does make sense. You did well so that she won't come here and be a liability to you. Yeah, you were trying to empower her and make her, somebody that can stand on her own. You were trying to make sure that she's well empowered right from Nigeria. That's a brilliant idea. I don't think it's a big deal. You did well.
Living abroad is somehow special. Do you understand? So I also employ someone to teach her how to cook some delicacies, that I might be interested in. I just want to do me and my wife. Do you understand?
Mr. Otfuman, you said you were trying, you got somebody to teach her how to cook. Was she a bad cook? Why would you employ her to, or you wanted her to come to the UK and become a caterer? If that's the case, that's good. But just for you to have somebody to teach her everything, like you wanted your woman. Okay, let's go ahead.
And I want to, dedicate my life, to her. Do you understand? So while that one was going on, and then we're planning the marriage, and she planned all the whatever. Do you understand? And I came during the COVID. I think I came to the country on December 31st, 2020. I sneak in to the country, and then we had a small but beach wedding at that time.
All location.
It's not even small because the hotel we use in Akuonjo or Egbeda area, I paid for about 10 rooms. that for all our guests that won't be able to go back home or because of the COVID, blah blah blah, they can take rooms and then we have Wale Thompson on bandstand just to let you have idea of. That's why I said I have footages if we can, do you understand? On my conversation here today, I have evidences to back it up. Do you understand? Not knowing that I was just wasting money. Another thing, before I continue, my dear brother, I don't know wherever you are, if you want to marry someone, if she doesn't have, a financial support to support you in any way, don't carry all these things all in the name of you have money. Don't do it all. It's a waste of resources. Yeah. When your boys money out, don't try it. Do you understand? I foot all the bills and
Mr. Man, because you had that terrible experience does not mean any other person is going to have such an experience. Of course, it's a good advice that if you invest in something, you won't want it to get destroyed. If you're saying maybe if the girl has spent so much money too, maybe she wouldn't have allowed this marriage to break, it's a lie, sir. If something is not meant to be, it is not meant to be. We have seen families, both families spend so much money. The girl spent her money, the guy spent his money, and the marriage still did not work. So you advising men, if you have somebody that doesn't have financial capability, don't marry that person. No, if you don't put their inputs in that, how are you getting this your statistics? It's beer parlor, sir. This is beer parlor.
Because I believe the reason why, this marriage didn't work out is because our Penny, I didn't stress her I didn't involve her to put some financial resources into this. Do you understand? That's one of the reasons why. So after the marriage, so I went back to the UK and then trying to see how I can bring her to the country. So at the time, I couldn't bring her on my status. So I was thinking for a way out. Like, okay, how can I bring her? And then
you have been there for like 20 years and you couldn't bring a lady with your status? You will share with them, sir. Anyway, let's go ahead.
A sort of student, is it route or route, whichever way they call it here. So, So, and then she begged me that I started, because she read science laboratory tech in Yaba Tech. So in the course of not getting a job,
you could see that the girl is a graduate. She wasn't just anybody. She was well empowered herself. And then, she decided to go and learn something. That goes to show you that she was ready for the marriage. It didn't just work. She was ready to relocate with you and start a life with you. But it didn't just work.
She tried to, go into management, doing HR, human resources. And then she begged me, oh, please, my husband, anything I want to do now, I don't want to, deviate from human resources. Let me continue. And I said, whatever you want, you have it. Don't worry. I have friends that are doing pretty well in human resources. I'll contact them. They'll give us all the whatever information you needed. Is that what you wanted? No problem. I source for all the universities, I send it to her, apply, get all the informations. Boom. We were lucky. One of the university not too far away from my city gave her admission. And then I had to call all my friends. And a friend gave me his credit card to pay for a deposit for 4, you know how it is now if you want to, you need to pay for some substantial money for the deposit. So a friend gave me a credit card, pay deposit.
So does that mean your credit wasn't that good as at that time yourself? Because you didn't have credit card, you had to beg a friend, which, we all have one issue or the other when it comes to credit here. So I'm just trying to point out some things that it's not that you were perfect yourself before you got married to this girl. Yeah, you had financial issues because the way you said it now that you had to beg a friend to give you his credit card to pay for your girlfriend's school fees. That means you yourself, you weren't financially buoyant or credit, worthy here as at that time. So I'm just trying to point some things out.
And then I need to, put some money to do a proof of fund. Didn't have some naira to do proof of fund. And what number are we at now? It's gonna be number 5, Abby. Number 4. Is it number 4 or number 5?
Number 5, I think.
Is it number 5? Yeah. If you're talking to any lady and she's telling you that, me and my father were now close. Yeah, we don't have that really. My brother, run away. Yeah. Yeah, please, I beg you in the name of God. Yeah, please. You need to run away.
They are raised by a single mom, and they are doing.
My dear Mr. Man, you said you knew them when she was growing up. You were in the same church. Their father used to come and drop them with V boots. You know what V boots was like that as at that time? People using V boots are big guys. You knew her as at that time in church. For her to tell you that she's not close to her father, as at that time she wasn't close to her father again, something might have prompted that. You were not there for years, you didn't see yourselves. You didn't even know whether she was being abused by her father. We have seen fathers abusing their children in so many ways, because I don't want to use that word again before they come and strike us again. I'm a pedo. We have seen that. I'm not saying that is what happened to that man. You don't even know what went sour at a point in marriage between our mother and our father. For her to have told you that I wasn't close to my father, she must have her reasons. Do you get me? It is for you to ensure and get to know why she was telling you that I'm not close to my father. My people that wants to get married, don't mind this your marriage advisor. I've told you it is hot. So when a man is hot, they will say things that doesn't make sense. Okay? I understand how hurtful it can be for anybody. Please, if you are in such a situation, you like a man or a woman, and that person tells you, I'm not in good terms with my mother or my father. It could be anybody. Try and investigate and see why. It might be something you can come into and help out. We have seen people that will say, over my dead body, will I allow my ex to come for my daughter's wedding or for my son's wedding? An ex is an ex. Anything could have happened. It is your duty to find out why. And if that person tells you, this is my reason, if you want to reason with that person, fine. If you think, oh no, why don't we get in touch with daddy or get in touch with mommy and let's sort it out? This Kabiesi of Jafo, you remember when he had a wedding for his daughter? The mother came as a stranger. And before they allowed that woman to come and sit as a stranger, I can imagine how they were begging and everything, the begging that would have gone behind. And we don't know what happened. At the end of the day, we got to know that she was not in the children's life. When she was supposed to be there, she got married to another person or whatsoever. So anything could have happened. Maybe the man maltreated their mother. Maybe the man did whatsoever. You don't know what happened in that family. And so don't use your own to come and give beer parlor advice. It is not good.
No, you see, let me tell you.
I'm not saying you shouldn't, but I just feel that it's not okay to generalize.
I'm telling you what what is happening in this Gen Z or in this generation now. Do you understand? Yeah.
Do you believe there are fathers who are absent
in their children's life? Did you hear what Biola told him? That do you know there are some fathers that were absent in the children's lives when they were growing up? In such a situation, how do you want that girl to relate with her father?
Source of income you have.
Do you know what goes on in the family? No, you don't know. So you can't judge. Yeah?
I agree with you.
does it make the child a bad person?
But you see, let me now tell you something, yeah? I want you to talk about being a man to
Okay.
Do you understand? If I tell you my own story, yeah, today, I think my father died at the age of 45. I think I was 16 or 17 when my father died in 1991. Do you understand? And I have two siblings. And my mom, she's not, she's not educated. And she has two kids. Plus me, we are three. And she refused to remarry and to look after us. Yeah? See me as a first child as Okoe. Do you understand? Try everything to, for me to get to wherever I wanna be.
So if your sister now say that I am not close to my father, does it make her a bad person?
No. Maybe in this situation, yeah. Maybe you need to use your discretion as well, because when someone is telling you, "Oh, me and my father," I have my reason for saying all these. Yeah.
Right.
I have my reason. Imagine I'm struggling as your husband because we were married. I'm struggling as your husband to support you, to help you, and I know your father. He has the financial capacity to even borrow me some money at a time to bring you to where. Do you understand? And you're telling me you couldn't talk to your father because you were not close with your father.
Oh, so you married her because of the money. You thought the father would be able to bring out money for you to carry your wife abroad. You wanted a woman to come and meet you in the United Kingdom. And you wanted her to come and do study visa. You wanted to do study visa for her. So you were to pay some money into an account, you understand, to show that you have capability of taking care of her, as the I don't know what they call them, And then you, as the husband, that you were supposed to put in the money. So you were asking her to contact her father because her father had the money. And she said, "No, I don't talk to my father. No, I don't think it's dependence. No, not dependence. I think the dependent thing is used for a sponsor." You understand? I wanted to use sponsor as the sponsor because you're supposed to be the sponsor. You're bringing her in and they want to see what you earn, how much you can, do. And then there's some money you pay into the school account, the university account. And you were expecting her to tell her father, did you marry her because of the money? Because of her family background and all that. And moreover, if she says, I don't want, she might have just thought about it that, okay, if you know you want me to come abroad, why will I tell my father to pay? It is you that you want to bring me. Why would it be my father? And she'll just tell you, no, I don't talk to him. Because she wanted you to be responsible fully for this journey.
How does that sound to you? No, okay. All the guys in the house. So, does it make sense? You're dating someone, you're trying to help her, and then she's okay, and then
you're married to her. If the father said it's not his business, they are not close, and she said she's not going to her father.
God bless you.
Some husband will not even allow.
I'm just saying to you, it's part of to their father. It's part of the big whatever that you need to look into.
Look into what? That's not the only... Guys, I didn't even watch this. To God Almighty made me, I didn't watch it to the... You can imagine this guy saying, was it the father's responsibility for a woman you got married to and you want to bring her abroad And you're saying it's a big thing you should watch out for. I have told you guys this guy is odd. He's a narcissist. Period. Because if you're looking at your father-in-law to pay for your wife's school fees, and because of that, you're thinking that, what is he talking about? And you think, see the way he was just like fighting it. I've said it. This is beer parlor advice. Don't mind him. Please help me to power tap and invite others. This is very educative for us, for everyone. That if we most of us that we are looking for husband and wives for our children, please don't let them go to a man like this. I am telling you, Dash Foods. See the way he was saying it as if it's the parents' duty. Somebody over 42, you said the lady was 42 years old, and you expected her to go back to her father to ask for money for the university where she got married to you.
The problem, because if someone is not close to her father, when future problems arises, so who are you going to talk to? Because it's happening right now as I'm talking to you.
Okay.
But the same thing your mother told you as at that time, that anobuku shefe, yaobuku shefe, anobuku osheni. They have seen the family before you saw them. They saw something good in them, not because of the money. She said she wasn't talking to her father. She will have a reason. But your reason is about money now, nothing else. Advice that you are telling people not to take. You remember when they started, he said don't take to that advice. So it's the same advice you are now relying on, that if you are having problem, who do you go and tell? Are you not contradicting yourself? You said, hey, young people or people that want to come and get married, don't listen to no, it is about the girl. Now you're saying, who do you go and report to if you don't take that adage?
Do you understand? So that's another. You just ignore her. So guys, listen to me. So listen to me. So ignore what she's saying. You need to listen to me.
Guys, listen.
So and she said, me and my father, we're not close. Yeah. And then I look at it like, okay, let me use my first daughter as an example. Do you understand? If I call her now, she lives with her mom in London. If I call her, if she sees my call, she'll call back to tell me, Dad, miss your call. What's up? And we'll talk like, further to do. We have that relationship.
Because
do you understand?
Because you wanted the relationship. Do you know what relationship existed between herself and her father? You were the one that told us that the father used to bring them with big cars. Do you know what happened in between when you were not there? And you're comparing that life, Nigerian lifestyle, to UK lifestyle. When you know naturally that in Nigeria, it is not about the relationship between fathers and daughters or fathers and children. So many fathers are deadbeat fathers. Sorry to use that word. I'm sorry, guys. So many fathers don't care about that. Having a relationship with you for waiting. Even those that are living with you, you live with them with fears. In Nigeria, at that time when we were growing up. So for you to now be using that as you are now comparing here that you have no choice than to be close to your children. Is it about the school runs? Is it about that you have to be in your children's lives? Whether you are living with them or you are not living with them, you are compelled to by the society itself. But what about our own values there? So many fathers don't see their children for years. Does it matter to them?
Won't make a father not to create, time to our first daughter, our only daughter.
Yes,
His only daughter.
Because of the fact that
You know what? Guys, don't listen to her. Yeah. So, yeah, don't take note of what I'm saying. Just ignore her.
Okay.
So, as I was saying, so, and then that's another thing I should have take note.
That's 0.6.
Yeah, is it 0.6? Yeah, because I said I will be highlighting the points. So from the, and then she said, oh, and I struggled. Yeah, paying interest,
So bring her in.
when she was coming. In fact, Kinto jump because I don't want to jump. That same year that she was coming, yeah, which I believe no man has ever in her life treated her the way I've treated her. Yeah, I gave her a surprise, birthday.
How do you know that no man has ever done that? Those are the characteristics of a narcissist. That you think you are the best thing that's ever happened to a woman. That you think you are the only one that has ever done this to this particular woman. Did you hear what you said? You said you're very sure no man has ever given her birthday surprise or whatsoever. That you are the all in all of any woman.
It's and Sister Ronke, she's my good friend. So Ronke was really okay. During the COVID, in one of the, contractor, an engineer. So I went to one city, we met, we became friends, and then, during the COVID, she was in my city, we were at my place, and then, so we get close. And then when she now traveled back to Nigeria, and I told her that you help me to surprise my wife, my missus, she'll be coming in September. May is a birthday, so you go and and this my ex. She doesn't watch Yoruba movie, but accidentally or coincidentally, I asked her one day, like, okay, I know you don't watch Nollywood, whatever. Yeah, you are of this America. Do you even like any Yoruba actresses, or which one of them is your favorite? Coincidentally, she mentioned Ronke. I said, okay, as God will have it. And I told her, Sister Ronke, you helped me to go and surprise her. Yeah, and she did.
Okay.
Footages, video where she was crying. Like I said, maybe this video or this we have part 2. Then I will just wait for her to. And Ronke went. Yeah, went and then surprised her. She was, and then
to him it's a big deal that he gave. Look, ordinary girlfriend that you are not going to get married to. Men spend for them. They do surprises for them. They spend like mad, and they know that they don't have anything to do with them. And you, just because you did surprise birthday for your wife, to you it's a big deal. And you are saying we'll still have part two of rubbish. I'm sure Biola will not bring you.
September, when she was about to leave the country, she was given a visa, put $1 million into her account. Yeah, that's why I was saying that girls are there, that all what they need is just maybe 200,000. Yeah, they will be where they want to be.
Too much.
Do you understand? Yeah, guys, you need to watch it. Do you understand?
So,
yeah, buy whatever you want to buy. Yeah, I did a British Airways for her to come. Do you understand? This is someone that has never been on the plane before. Do you understand? I'm trying to highlight all this because.
This is a lady that has not been on plane before. You are buying her British Airways. Oh, bara Turkish fún abi no Morocco airline ló bara fún. What's the big deal that you bought? We that we live here too, we use Morocco airline. We use Kilo Petrotusha and Tansin, the one that is cheap, that Nigerian one. What's that one? We use that. So you buying British Airways is a big deal.
It's very important. You know why? Why? Because she was given the background she had. If I think any opportunity background to money, maybe she could only mommy. Èmi máa ti di èèyàn pàtàkì ju bí tí mo wà lọ.
Because of our time.
Yeah.
So you brought her to the UK.
Yeah, to the UK. That's where
And this lady that you're talking about, you have told us that she's from a rich home. And then because she wasn't a traveler in any way before you brought her abroad, that makes her if you had brought her from Ajegunle or from using Ajegunle doesn't mean I'm looking down on those Ajegunle. If you had brought that girl from the gutters, how would you have reacted or talked about her? This is a girl that you have told us she's from a rich home. That when you were growing up, you were nothing close to them at all. She was brought up with money. This is the same girl that you are saying you brought her abroad, you brought her. Children travel does not mean, it might not be something that they are used to.
Yeah. So that's where the problem started from. Yeah. I didn't know she had a plan.
What was the 1 million naira for?
No, just to buy whatever she needed before she
bring and all of that.
Whatever, yeah. So
1 million you gave her.
And she came to and that's where the problem started from. All the little signs that I didn't see clearly then now started glaring. Do you understand? Not knowing she had a plan.
Okay.
Yeah. This woman she's so egoistic that I think before she left, the only thing Timmy was saying pé kí n lọ gba èèyàn kan ní kó jókòó báyìí kan sọ pé ilé ọkọ ẹlẹ́kejì tó ń lọ yìí o wọ́n ṣe ń ṣe ilé ọkọ lélẹ́ yìí o ẹ̀hún láti tẹríba fọ́kọ o láti kúnlẹ̀ fọ́kọ o I even tried. I think the lady does.
Jesus. You can know where this man is coming from. You can say that the only thing I did not do was to bring somebody to teach her how you kneel down for a man, you take care of your man. This is a lady you said you employed somebody to teach her how to cook. So the type of food you like, that means that's what it means. So why didn't you go and get somebody from the village? Because the type of a woman you wanted was not that lady. You shouldn't have gotten married to that girl at all because that was not your spec. That one was well educated, from a very reputable and rich home. A girl that told you that she wasn't watching a Yoruba movie. You can imagine the type of girl she was. Well educated. You should have gone to marry somebody from your village. Maybe if they have brought somebody from one of your villages, maybe it would have been a better option for you. You said she was so egoistic that the only thing you did not do was to get somebody to come and teach her that you are going to a man's house for the second time. You're getting married for the second time. You're trying to stigmatize her as a divorcee, that you are marrying out of pity. That's the way I feel. That you're marrying her out of pity, and so she has to live by book. She has to do everything you tell her to do.
Doesn't have my time. I don't care a day, AYD, sort of. I want to, just to be able to, talk some things to maybe,
You called Majoke.
I swear.
To educate her.
Yeah, to educate. Yeah.
On how to be respectful.
No, just to be, 42 or 40 whatever, because I don't know why the first marriage didn't.
No, I want to know what you brought her for. Teach her what?
Yeah, just to
teach her Yoruba.
Just to know the culture, just to know our culture, yeah, in general. If you want to put it that way, no.
Available in multiple models.
Stylish and Had the one question, Biola, you didn't ask him that question. You should have asked him, are you okay, sir? You employed Ajoke kilo pe no kini kan èdè to come and teach your wife culture. You're bringing somebody from Nigeria. You did not see all these things in her. Because before you marry somebody, you must have seen the attributes of what you want in a woman. Hey Joe, I am begging you guys. This is not beer parlor. This is real life. If you want to get married to somebody, male or female, please, if the attributes you've seen in that person is not what you want, please do not pity marriage. Don't do pity marriage. That is a sign for you. This is not what I want. You men that you're going to Nigeria to bring a woman, you have gone there. You have been there twice to see her. And you did not see that she doesn't know how to shakmole okuni. That she doesn't know how to take care of a man. And you still married her and brought her abroad. And this is some of the things you're using against her. You now said you had to employ somebody, not Oyibo. You're not getting married to Oyibo. You're getting married to a black person. A Yoruba girl, not even Igbo. Your own person that has the same culture as yours. You still needed to get Ajoke Adebayp to teach her.
You brought Ajoke to...
No, she didn't have my time to, I tried to...
Okay, you wanted her to teach a 42-year-old...
Because in there.
Do you know Kinito so? Only she doesn't have common sense. Very narcissistic behavior. Very, very. So the person did not even answer her, answer him. The Ajoke Adebayp did not answer him. And he said the girl had no sense, that she didn't have the common sense to take care of a man. Biola going.
And I'm not joking. I have proofs.
Okay.
I have evidences. I have proofs. This will be the fourth stage. Maybe I'll now wait.
No, we don't mind.
Yeah, maybe after Timalo come because No, I want that go sit. So do you understand? But the reason why I'm doing this is because I want the younger ones to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fifth floor, my fifth floor is round the corner. Yeah, so I've lived abroad I'm tired of living abroad. So the younger ones they aspire to go abroad, because sometimes when they want to go abroad, they will have something good going on for them. They will have a good relationship.
He's going to be 50 soon, according to him. And at 50, you're speaking like this. And you're saying you're teaching others, the younger ones. Sir, you're not teaching them anything. You're teaching them wrong things. Won't teach money wrong things, sir. Like you said, you wanted the world to see the girl's picture. Is that teaching? No, it's smear campaign.
Thinking, I love everything. I love it. When you're man, you don't want to feel it. Yeah, only marry more for the rest of their life. All because they want to go and chase shadow over there. We need to educate them, the younger ones.
You are good. Yes, education is good. Awareness is good for those that feels that they are coming to get married to somebody that has a total different culture from yours. Not somebody that lived in Nigeria, that grew up in Nigeria, that you said never ever flew aeroplane before. You can imagine the difference. So it is good to give awareness to let the ones from Nigeria that wants to come and get married, or they are coming here to do their masters and they are meeting our children, whether male or female. It's good for us to let them know that our culture is quite different. Yes, thank you for that. For you guys that you are in Nigeria, okay, and you're coming or you're here to study, and you have met one of my daughters or one of my sons, okay? Just like any other person that we live here. it's not everybody that trained their children the African way. Some of us, we have trained our children in a way of Oyibo. And even there is no way you can match up with a Nigerian culture-based person. You will have differences. So that awareness is good for them. And it's good as we're talking about it now. But for this particular girl that you got to marry from Nigeria and you're still talking about her this way, that is where my own question for you is.
From 30 to 40, you know, there's this one buffoon tó máa ń sọ pé tó máa ń sọ àwọn èèyàn pọ̀ lórí internet tó máa ń ní mo bẹ̀bẹ̀ fẹ́ mo ṣe kìnnìkan one.
You can imagine how he talks. He talks loosely. And that's why I said he's a beer parlor talker. See, did you hear what he called Lege Bonfu? You can imagine on a national TV. That's why I talk about one Bonfu. Why would you say that about somebody else? So it tells us who you are, because Lege is not your friend, he's not your enemy, he's doing his business. And if you're picking something out of it, and I expected Biola to have corrected him that way. That look, don't come and call names here. Okay? Don't call anybody names here. If you feel that what Lega is doing is senseless, it's your own opinion about Lege.
I don't know what they call his name. Yeah. Don't say 419 lórí social media báyìí. Táwọn tó bá ti sọ àwọn èèyàn méjì pa ni kò sọ pé mo bẹ̀bẹ̀ fẹ́ kìnnìkan and all that. The relationship is more than that. It goes beyond that. To live, for a man to live with a woman is a big job. For a woman to live with a man, it's not a day job. Do you understand? It takes, it's.
Don't skoramo Lege. Lege is just a matchmaker. And it tells you, go and try your stuff. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, come back to me. So calling him a 419, those are just matchmaking tactics that he's using. Biola will not allow him to come back.
Do you understand? So I'm just saying all this for the younger. I just came out of depression, my sister. I live in my city. I live 5 minutes away from hospital. I live, where what do you call a shop ride or whatever is behind my house. Bus station, tram, whatever is around where I live.
You have not come out of depression. Sincerely, you are still depressed. If anybody knows this man talking, look at his picture there. Please, he needs help. He's still depressed. He's not out of depression. He feels he's out. Maybe he's been signed out. But I'm telling you, he's still depressed. And the way he's talking doesn't make sense to me. Yes, you can say, yeah, men should come out and talk. What he's saying doesn't make sense.
You understand? I've never came to see me by one lot to monitor me because I have high blood pressure now. Because of this rubbish. I just came out of depression.
I'm so sorry. Biola, everybody, please tell him you are so sorry for you going through depression because you went to, bring a woman from Nigeria. We are so sorry, mister. Sorry. I don't want to read depression. Want to monitor high blood pressure. Don't worry. Sparkling Beauty LLC. Please, this man is suffering from hypertension, high blood pressure, hypertension. Please help us, You can see his face. That's the face behind us. Have you seen? Yeah. Depression is real. I understand. He's going through it. And that's why I'm telling you that he has not gone out of depression. He's still depressed. He said they monitored him to this show. He's been in Nigeria for how many weeks that he said he's been in Nigeria. And they monitored him just for that show. They have been monitoring him to go to where he said ladies stand. Kilo Kobitoko Skype. where they buy food for your ladies in Nigeria. What do you call that place? That big stores. What do you call that?
Because of all this rubbish. Do you understand what I was saying? So I don't want all these guys. Do you know how many guys have died? All in the name of because they got it wrong. Because they married to a wrong person. Yeah? Because they married to someone.
It's not only men that are dying. ShopRite should be. It's not only men that have died in that situation you have said. You're right. A lot of people have got it wrong and they died in the process. We have seen women dying in the process of wrong marriage. We have seen men. And that is why we come out to preach about it, to talk about it. This platform is not for any gender. It's for everyone. And I do tell you, once you have identified that your partner is an abuser, whichever way the abuse comes from, any form it comes from, financial abuse, sexual abuse, physical abuse, emotional abuse, psychological abuse, whatever abuse, please do not keep quiet. Seek for help, especially for us abroad here, because you've got every help you need. Even back home, you need to have people you can talk to. Don't keep quiet. Not only when a man or a woman beats you before you know that you are being abused. There are loads and loads of ways that you would know that, look, this relationship is taking me nowhere. I'm suffering. You shouldn't die in depression. Speak out. So, I am not a party I'm not a party to say, don't speak out. You are right. But sir, with what you have come to tell us, I can authoritatively tell you, Daddy, that you are a narcissist. You've got the traits. You are the same person that has been self-applauding yourself. You have been self-accolading yourself. That the other lady has never seen anybody that has given her a surprise birthday. How do you know? That means you are the best thing that's ever happened. When a man tells you, I'm the best thing, or a woman tells you, I'm the best thing that's ever happened to you, run away from such a person. They are self-accolading. They will make themselves look as if without them in your life, you are nothing. All he has said, he has not brought out a fault of his. It is just about the other person. No one is perfect. Mr. Hurtful Man, you would not tell me that all through the relationship, you were the perfect one. No. You had your own. All is about that person, that person. People like this will make their partner feel that the partners that are victims, they make you feel that you are the perpetrator. That is who they are. You'll be questioning yourself when they are the one, inflicting you with that pain. You'll be asking yourself that question. You'll be seeing yourself as the wicked one. You'll be seeing yourself as the one that's not good enough. You'll be seeing yourself as the one that's causing all this.
It's very selfish, self-centered. You spend all your money on them, because of this lady. At the point, I love cars. I used to sell cars. I have a trade plate in the UK that I used to sell. I love cars a lot. I couldn't drive the type of car I want because I want to give her a good life. I have to.
You couldn't get the car you wanted as at that time because I pointed something You had to borrow your friend's credit card to pay for her school fees. If your credit rating was that good, you could buy any car yourself. You pay bit by bit here. So buying a car here, if you had good credit, shouldn't have even... So it is not about the girl. Before she came in, your credit wasn't good. That's what it means. Because if you had to borrow money to bring her, to borrow a credit card from your friend, why didn't you have your own credit card?
Pay my bills, I do shopping, do everything. Do you know how painful that was? For someone to walk away out of the marriage. Do you think if I had asked her father, or if I had asked her to bring 5 million naira and then she invested, do you think she would walk away that way?
Hey.
You wouldn't.
This man is hot. Oh Lord. Hey, sorry, mo fẹ́ pariwo, mo fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ pé má ṣe o. The man is The man is saying, if he had allowed her to put her money there, do you think she would have gone? He's talking from the place of pain. Look, I might just put a little bit of joke. There are some women that are terrible, that men have made a mistake of bringing them aboard. There is no lie about that. And there are terrible men that ladies have invested so much and brought abroad, and they are regretting now. So it goes the two ways. It's for you to open your eyes and do not ignore the flags.
Understand? So we need to tell these younger ones so that they don't fall a victim.
Okay. Let's go to the story because of...
Yeah, no, I get it, because we need, I mean, you're the one trying to, yeah, so you're the one.
I'm not trying to, it's just my job too.
I know, but I'm just trying to say to you that, do you understand? Bad, you know, no, there's no big deal about it. There's no whatever. Everybody, we have our past. We made mistakes. Nobody is perfect. But the constant thing, like the English people say in life, is constant. Do you understand?
So what happened when she got to the...
So when she got to that is when I know that she had her own plan. But I didn't know. The big thing.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Yeah. Where she started from is over Sulema Milori. Yeah, she will be cooking. Yeah, my apartment where I live, we didn't use gas. We use electric. Do you understand? Electric, whatever, pot plate or whatever. Do you understand? Okay. The hot plate, yeah. And it doesn't take, 10 minutes rice is done. This woman will sit down in the bedroom and, you know, and then she will burn the whole, you know, do you understand? Burnt my food, burnt everything. Not the first time, not the second time, just to sumi.
Shebi, we have talked about that Malice. You saw that, you married her with Malice. Yes, people make mistakes. Like you said, she will be cooking and she will forget the food on fire. She will go and stay in the room and be pressing phone or whatsoever, and the food will burn. And you called it over Sunlemo Midori. You know, I could imagine how you had talked to her, maybe for the first time that thing happened, and she felt like, okay, and all that. But like I said, you saw that Malice thing in her, and you got married to her.
In the morning, that's what I want to eat in the morning. Nothing. And that's the end of the conversation for the day. We don't talk. You now know the one thing that is so funny. If she works from home. Yeah. If she doesn't go to work, this woman will put some books in a bag. She will go to the library. Another.
It goes to show you that she wasn't enjoying the marriage. Guys, please pick points. If you're married to somebody and she works from home, or he works from home, vice versa, he works from home or she works from home, and the only time, that maybe she's off work, she's not working a particular time, or he's not working, and he or she takes a bag and go to the library, what does that tell you? I'm not enjoying this marriage. So it's obvious the marriage has not been marrying right from the first day she came into your life, into UK. Or it was good, then what changed? What really changed? Why was she doing that to you? Did you find out?
Another point that I made, another mistake that I made, because your friend's wife is getting our own marriage right. Don't use that yardstick to judge your own marriage too. That's another biggest mistake I made. I almost forgot that. She has this friend that they went to, school together in Nigeria. That one, I think I've been to her. That one is our own husband that brought her to the country. Do you understand? We were friends at the time. It was when we started talking that, I realized she was, my ex-wife's friend that they went to school together. But this woman have celebrated her husband twice. Surprise birthday. In fact, the last surprise birthday, he came to my house to come and cook for her husband. But I was using that yardstick to see, okay, maybe now it's not enough, my sister. Don't do it because someone else, whatever. No, because the person you're dating, if she doesn't have this.
So you saw a friend that's good in your wife's friend had a good relationship, and you thought that, but they met later. It was when she came to the UK, they saw again and started being friends. So you can't use that as a yardstick, like you said. It doesn't make sense.
Because you can work on it. You can everybody can develop he or herself in a way and learn new things. Do you understand? So if you are the same thing, 1, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, not 5th time.
What would she be doing? Was she reading?
No, this deliberate. No, when they want to start this whole thing to victimize you, they will start from somewhere, to provoke you. Do you understand? She now did one thing one day.
So she was deliberately burning
That's
food.
the only thing, because I actually called the parent to tell them something like this happened, and I will say it on here because I have no reason to lie. So on this day, she did the same thing. Burnt my food as usual, almost burnt the whole house. And it was during the summer. I think that should be 2022. Yeah. So summer 2022. I was so hungry.
Please help me to part up, please.
And you can't raise your hand. I wasn't brought up that way too. I just told her, no problem. Initially, I asked her to get me something very close by, and I said, don't worry. There you go. She's so egoistic, my dear. That night I said it was during the summer, I think it was around probably 8 or 9 p.m. Yeah, I sent her a message and I said, you know what? Don't worry. Yeah, just one I'll go to bed hungry. And then she now went behind me to go and do what I told her not to. I want to put this to you now. You've burnt my food, right? You wanted to find a way to make me happy. And I said, don't worry. If you were in my shoe, what would you do that night to make me happy? If you're my, let's assume, I'm turning the table around now.
Cook something else for you, right?
Cook something else, and then what else can you do? Yeah, that night, because I'm hungry. Yeah. What can you do?
Depends on the relationship you have.
It doesn't matter. I'm your husband, you are my wife. So, and then I'm angry, you burnt the food.
And I made you another
food. It's not deliberate. So, I'm turning the table around now.
No, please don't turn it around. Just.
Okay, yeah, so that night she went out after telling her not to do so. And then, I was angry and I locked the door.
You locked the door?
The intention is to lock the door for 30 minutes. I'm saying this, nobody's putting gun on my head. Yeah, to lock the door for 30 minutes because you obey me. I told you not to go out. And she went out. And when she came back, because she's so egoistic, she won't apologize. She has never apologized for anything.
You locked which door?
Okay,
main
so
door,
where I live, yeah.
so that she can't come in.
So I live in an apartment whereby I'm upstairs, someone is downstairs, but there's a little walkway that leads to the outside of of our where we live, apartment. Do you understand?
So you lock the door to your apartment.
To my own apartment, so she can
She
walk
can't come in.
to the walkway,
But she can't come into the house.
and then she can go into my own apartment. Does that make sense?
In the home of husband and wife, you locked her out because she burnt your food. So she went out. You told her not to go out. She went out. What's mota? Hey, imagine.
She can't come in since you locked the wall.
No. She can't come into her own apartment, but she will be in the
UK.
walkway. Do you understand? Because there is another apartment downstairs.
Yes, that's the walkway that leads to your apartment.
My apartment and the other.
You lock the place, you lock the door to your apartment.
Yeah, to my own apartment.
That means if I'm
She
coming
can't come
inside, I can't come to our apartment.
House.
Yeah,
That
she
is
can't come
it.
into our- yeah. So
She has to be
At the corridor.
on the other people's apartment.
no. Yeah, she can't even go into another one. She can only.
She can be in the walkway.
She can only be in the walkway.
Okay.
Oh,
Do you
Tijawe
understand? Do
Mota.
you understand? So yeah. So and that very night because she disobeyed, do you understand? And I was expecting.
You can imagine because she disobeyed me. This man thinks because you have brought a woman abroad. Look, guys, there was a guy that came on our program one time. He said he's a Muslim. And since they got here, the wife will not kneel down to give him food, that the girl has changed. I told him, here, I said, yeah, so you were still expecting that way that you were being treated like a king in Nigeria. It's a different society totally. This is a man that has been living abroad for years and he went to bring a girl. So you thought you had brought a maid, a slave, because with you saying that she is very egoistic, because you wanted a slave. That was why you had to look. You were looking for somebody to teach her how to cook, how to kneel down, how to so you wanted somebody like an African woman. You made a mistake. You should have gone to in Nigeria, even in our villages now. All the girls, they are open high from here to Ibi. Oju want to ladeyin. You can't get a girl like that.
Think this woman to at least
you locked your wife out
because of the person who she is. Do you understand? She won't apologize. And she started, when she came back, she started banging the door. Do you understand? And then I came back because I timed, and I don't have no reason, like I said, I have no reason to lie. I timed myself like it's going to be for 30 minutes. And after 30 minutes, I came down and I opened the door.
So the lady was banging the door. She came back and she was knocking. Peradventure, it was during winter. You can imagine being cold, being outside in the cold, in your own house, or because you had a fight with your husband, or you had a misunderstanding, not a fight, misunderstanding because you mistakenly burnt your food. That can happen. Anybody can burn any food at home. Here in the UK, you locked her out. You said you timed her. Be a to time one more though. I think this man thought he is still in Nigeria or what. I don't understand. You locked your wife out and she was knocking, banging the door. Ninu otutu, you couldn't open the door for her. You said you were timing the time. You were looking at the time. Oh, ni bonu leni.
Because of who she is.
At the time she was banging the door, you didn't open.
I didn't open the door.
Okay.
Yeah. So because of who she is, yeah, she won't even try to say, okay, I'll call me. Do you understand? I know you're angry because of what happened and all that. Do you understand? And then she was at that walkway till in the morning.
Ha!
And the door was opened.
Guys, honestly, you're watching me. On a very serious note, no matter what, be open-minded as men here. You locked your wife out overnight and you lied that you opened it, but she didn't know. Did you hear that? It is, if it is the women now, you say a woman locked me out. The man locking your woman out in the United Kingdom because she burnt your food and she went out, and so you timed it. She wasn't begging you, so you had to lock her out overnight. So she slept on the corridor.
It was when I was going to work that I even thought, because most times when we have issues, she will move from the bedroom to the guest room. That's what she normally do. And she'll be avoiding you when you want to go to the kitchen or the toilet, not for that, so that you won't meet. That's who she is. You know, that kind of people. Do you understand? And that morning I just realized, because she sat there all night. Do you understand? I'm like, okay. And then I went to work.
In fact, you needed to see Biola's reaction, like, share ya with Lisa. Uncle, eti madin. You didn't even realize she didn't come inside because you just locked her and then went to bed. That it was in the morning when you were going out to work. You now opened the door and saw your wife outside.
Yeah, if my wife says to you in the morning, if she message you that she loves you in the morning, if you offend her, she will retrieve that love in the afternoon. Acting like you are boyfriend and girlfriend. So, like, you have to beg. I beg for attention from this woman in this relationship. And what are we now?
1.22.
If you want to date someone far away, you try, no matter how, to live with this person, to know, if you can cope with, whatever, SSs or whatever, because it's very important. If I had invited her to the UK when I wanted to invite her, all this, I won't be in this mess. No.
Okay. No, but it is not about that. You had been to Nigeria twice before you invited her here. You were having a long distance relationship with her. You will have seen certain things in her that didn't resonate with you. 100%. If I'm dating you, I can see your flaws. You cannot tell me that you cannot. We have seen people that they never lived together for one day. Long distance relationship, they got married and they're doing well. You will have seen all that in her. If you knew that she a Malice keeper. You said it yourself before you got married. But you still got married to her because maybe you can manage it as far as you are concerned. That wasn't the problem for you. So why are you now saying that, hey, be careful when you want to get married, when you see somebody that will write I love you and remove it back, kosafu. But that,
so yeah, and then that morning I went to work. This has been the pattern of life.
You left her. That was when
she came in to dress and to go to work. That's who she is.
And she was going to work the following morning.
Do you understand? So, and then on this day in 2020,
this guy, can you imagine? The lady was working the following day. She slept out and all she needed to do was just come in, have a bath and go to work the following day. Tell me how that person can operate well at work. Somebody that couldn't sleep all night at the corridor.
Yeah, because she knows my password on my phone. She's my wife. Yeah, I thought it's right for her. She would go behind me, sneak into my phone. She will do whatever she likes, getting some whatever, because that's a part of the game she wants to play with me. Go behind me, because most of the time we go on holiday. Do you understand? We stream music from my phone. I'll give her while we're inside the car. I'll give her my phone, put my password so that we can enjoy music together. So she would go behind me to be digging, checking my phone. I didn't know she was doing all this. Do you understand? So now, and fast forward to...
Most women do that. That's not a big deal, sir. We have told them to stop it because it is not you they are hurting. They are hurting themselves. It's only environmental sanitation they should do once in a while. Maybe once in 5 years. Just to be sure that that's environmental sanitation. But on a norms, ladies do it, and we have told them stop crying because it is you that you go and read something and you will not sleep 1 week. No babayi ara ẹ jẹ́ torí nǹkan tó rí. It's no big deal, and you're making that a big deal.
January 2024. We're in 2026 now. Yeah. So on this day, I think I was very sick. Yeah. And then we went to bed. As usual, my wife won't check on you, won't sleep now. We'd never hug on the bed. That's why we sleep naked or whatever. She has never come to me or be on my shoulder. No, we don't do that. Do you understand? So on this day,
you wanted a lovey-dovey wife. You didn't see that in her. Then why were you with her for a long time that you dated? Did you not see that she wasn't a loving woman? And then I am very sure this did not start from a long time. It started when she saw the person you are.
I was very sick. I went to work. She saw me not feeling too well. We went to bed. In the morning, I struggled. I'm not sure if I would manage to drive to work. But I managed. But I couldn't finish out my shift. I had to come back. And she was working from home. This woman won't check up on me to say, you were not feeling too well yesterday. That's who she is. Taking to a check up on you. Do you understand? And I came back and I was so angry.
I advise you, male and female, husband and wife, when you are having issues with your partners, when they are sick, please check on them. We have seen situations that you will have, kept that person alive, but because of just misunderstanding, do you understand? You will have lost that person to death. Please, as we are let's take correction out of it. Whether male or female, when you are having issues with your partner, don't let it be like do or die, okay? When he's not feeling well, check on him. Share any loss hospital. Or should I call you, please?
That day, like you were working from home. It costs nothing. You've been doing this. If I go out of the city, you won't check up on me. All what I'm telling you now.
Help me to power tap, please.
Like I said, I have evidences. At a point in time, I had to cry on Sister Aronke, like, what can I do? How can I go about this? Do you understand? So as I was saying, I came back, I was so angry, and I said, you know what, this marriage is over. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, this marriage is over, and I give you between now and ending of March to move out of this house. Yes, I said.
So now let's clap for Mr. Otfu. You were the one that told her this marriage is over. So many of these men that tells you they bring a woman in and she started doing this, they will tell you it's the woman that told them, I'm not doing again. That any small thing, I'm not doing again. So you were the one that told her the marriage was over. If I were to be in this lady's shoes, you had locked me out for one night. To God Almighty who made me, that would be the end of that marriage. No matter what you tell me. Maybe sleeping in your house is just for me to get myself together and move out. Because I will never do that to my husband. And I wouldn't expect a man to do it to me. But because she came from Nigeria, that house is yours. That is why you did that to her. You can see now that men too do it. For you ladies, you men that will be saying, did you see now that he was the one that locked her out? The same you, because she didn't check on you when you were sick, you decided to send her packing. In the UK.
Am I going to lie? No, I'm on. Yeah, because She has pushed
Okay, so
me.
you said that.
Yeah, I said that to her. And what I was expecting is, my husband, I'm sorry for whatever, happened.
He was still expecting her to beg him. He was still expecting her to beg him. My king, the Lord of the Ring, help my condition. Please don't send me away. Oh, dẹjọ́ ọkọ mi, olówó orí mi, aléwèrè, olórí ibú ọkọ, eléṣì ẹlẹ́rìí ibú, ẹlẹ́rẹ̀gẹ́gbẹ̀ntì. Ah!
I'll change for better. I just said, okay.
New users can get 3 items for 99 cents with free shipping.
He said, instead of her to beg, she said, okay. Mr. Hurtful, Walai, I wouldn't even wait for you to send me packing. I would have made my plans, and I guess that was what she was doing. When she got there, that was not what she planned for. I am 100% sure of this. I don't know her. You are the one that has spoken. She has not said anything. But I can tell from a woman's perspective that she was waiting to get herself together and move out of your house. Because she didn't bargain for what she got. What I ordered versus what I got. It is you, Mr. Hurtful. 100% it is you. Unless if men want to come up and lie tonight. It is you. Temu ni ẹ, wàláì. O kì í ṣe AliExpress. Temu gidi ni ẹ. O ń ṣe Shein. Temu ni ẹ. What are you talking about? Any partner that has met a narcissist and they're trying to get out of that relationship, plan your escape route while you are there. Plan your escape route. Once you notice your partner is this person, whether a man or a woman, plan your exit route. While you are there, save up. Be staying there. Take all the necessary sheets. Yes, tó bá ṣe sheet fún ẹ gẹ́. Sorry sir. Sorry mommy. Ṣé ẹ bínú ma? My mommy, ẹ ti bínú. Ẹ má bínú ma. Okay ma. Yes sir. Plan. Try have a plan. So that a man like this will not tell you one day, or a woman like this will not tell you just one day, get out of my house. Women do it here, oh. My dear people, please listen to me, oh. I am not a woman kidding. Women do it here. So, for you as a man, once you know you're married to a narcissist, get your plan ahead of her. So that by the time she brings out the beast in her, you already have your plan. Eshema, my load that will carry the load that will go. Or sir. You can imagine telling your wife as if you are talking to a maid when you are not in Nigeria. Even Nigerian women now are smart. Except the uneducated one. Except those ones without finances. That's why you have to be financially independent as a woman. Do not wait for your man for anything in life. Let your man make his money. You try and do something for yourself. Gone were those days. Our forefathers' time, it's a man that should take care of a woman. No. Woman too, stand on your own. Have something that you're doing in case of the raining day. Your husband might be a millionaire. Your husband might be a billionaire. Anything can happen to that man anytime, any day. What if his business collapses? What if he dies? What do you think can happen? So apart from a man being a man that they will show themselves, anything can happen along the line. Please.
She moved immediately. She moved from bedroom to the guest room. Counting, that period.
You gave her days. By the end of March, I want you out of my house. And she said, thank you, sir. And she moved her things from your normal room and went to rent room in your house. That is cohabiting. She became a co-tenant to you, which is smart of her. You have told me you don't want me again, and you have given me time. That's good of you. So you want me to start begging you? Beg you for what? Me that I don't know how to cook, that I will burn food.
Do you understand? And then, boom, we got a call. I was in that city, and I got a call that her mom passed away. Yeah, I think, I can't remember the date in March. Yeah, and then I've already bought a ticket to come to Nigeria for March 31st. That's in 2024.
He had given her to March 31st or March 30th. Okay? And then at that point, he had bought a ticket to come to Nigeria. So to come and pick another victim. Isn't that what that means? He said he had bought it. That was the same month that he had given her. Unfortunately, the lady lost her mother during that period.
So, and then a friend of mine was having issues with his family as well at the time. So, and I told, friend is coming, it will be in the guest room. I don't know how you want to do it. Temporarily, I will go to Nigeria. You have to come back to the bedroom. You have to pretend. So you have to sleep. We've been doing this before, so let's keep pretending. Everything is fine. So, So, and then, boom, on the 31st of March, I carried my bag. I came to Nigeria. And then, before I left, I told her, I will be staying for 2 months. That will be April, May, June. Maybe like 3, I will leave first week in June. So whatever, what am I even saying? Before I even forget, my mom passed away in March 2023. Before my mom passed away, my ex-wife,
so Otimogo ìyàwó tó fẹ́, ṣebí wọ́n ló fẹ́. Somebody you know that Malice keeper ni. Ẹjọ́, whose fault is that? Torí Ọlọ́run. Ó ló yàn yàwùn lódì tí yàwùn fi kú ni. Ìyàwó nìyẹn ni. Ìyàwó tó yàn ya ọkọ lódì. So like I said, you knew who you are getting involved with. So tí wá gbé abẹ yẹn pé ká lè rántí.
Remove your car scratches in 60 seconds or get your money back.
Ẹ má bínú jàre. Can you imagine? Ó tún wọ́n wá létí yẹn. Báyìí ń gojọ́.
If I go out of the city, you won't check up on me. All what I'm telling you now, like I said, I want to stay for the reception because she might disgrace you and all that. And meanwhile, I've already told all my friends that we're going for my missus, because as at that time she's still my wife. No matter what, I pay her bride price, I did everything that. And now I have to call all my friends that, you know what? Forget about it. Don't bother to come again. Because I don't know what she had in plan. Do you understand? Uncle, my mother's Jews as couples is enough. Her mother's death is enough to
bring you back.
So when her mother died.
Do you understand? So, and then I left and I was waiting, for my wife, and she called to ask me for all the vendors we used during the wedding, and I gave it to her and all that. And then boom, this woman was in Nigeria. She never called to let me know she was in Nigeria. It was my friends that were calling.
Have you forgotten that this is a woman you have told, I don't want to marry you again? Pack your load by the end of March. Unfortunately, you left that March. Unfortunately, her husband, her mother died that March. Remember, two of you were not together again. Okay? Let's assume she was still in your house, okay? And she called you for all the vendors because she needed your help for all the vendors. I'm sure she didn't collect money from you because if not, you would have talked about money. Anyway, you said you had called your friends, you have invited your friends that your mother-in-law died. and all that, okay? But when she got to Nigeria, she did not call you because she was done. You had told her no more marriage. And like you said, she didn't talk to your own mother when your mother died. Peradventure, she had felt, well, and now she got to Nigeria, she didn't call you. She wasn't expecting you to come for her mother's burial because to her, it's no big deal. She is the Malice keeper.
Were you calling her before that?
I was calling to check up on her. I'm on, the whole world is seeing me now. Yeah, I was calling to, like I said, that is enough to put whatever we're having as differences, to trash it and then bond and reunite as couples.
When you were in Nigeria?
No, sincerely, somebody died, of course, and you called her to commiserate with her, to plan the burial with her. You weren't even planning. You just gave her the vendors. Now, my darling people, tell me, somebody that locked his wife out, most of it already. You have told her you are no more doing. So now tell me, how will she be calling you to talk to you?
Yeah.
Where were you staying?
No, I was staying with one of my uncle, my mother's younger brother.
So you came around what time? End of March.
I came on the 31st of March.
You gave her an ultimatum to leave the house.
Yeah, the house. But I said she should leave February ending, and she said she will leave March ending. And while whatever was going on, her mother
died,
passed on.
Before that time.
And she couldn't. Yeah. So and then she had to move out in April. She moved out before she came to Nigeria to bury her mom.
So guys, have you seen that? She had moved out from your house. You had left for Nigeria. You had left for Nigeria. You had left Nigeria for Nigeria. You had left for Nigeria. You are in Nigeria already. Biola asked you, where were you staying in Nigeria? Your word was like because you were with another woman. Allegedly. So that you don't see me. Now, she had moved out of your house in April as planned. You were already in Nigeria, so there's nobody at home anyway. You had left her in the house. Pack your thing and leave my house in this April. I gave you to March. You said give me till April. And she left your house in April before she came to Nigeria. And you're still expecting her to be calling you. You are no more husband and wife. As God will have it, you don't have any child together.
Burial was in
April.
So she had already moved out before coming to Nigeria. While you were in Nigeria.
While I was in Nigeria.
You were aware that she already moved out.
Yeah, if my friend told me that he did everything to stop her. Well, like I said, she had a plan. She had already graduated. I've sent her to university. I've already empowered her.
My sons that are watching me, or if you get to see this, please, I beg you, as your wives are going back to the university to brush themselves up, to uplift themselves, to upskill themselves, please go back to the uni for yourselves too. Yes. Ladies, if you see your man as a man that is going to college and doing everything, going to school, ensuring that he goes to the university and all, you too, upskill yourself. No grief for anybody. All right? Whatever you're doing, ensure that you too, you have something that can make you independent in future. Anything can happen. Did you hear what this man said? And do you know where the problem is coming from? You don't get it. You don't get it, forget it. Because he felt he was the one that sent her to the university. A minimum uni when she came to the UK. He wanted to be the Lord and Savior of her life. He wanted to be the Alpha and Omnipotent of her life. He wanted to be everything that she'll be worshiping. And I think the story changed. Peradventure, to the kind of job she does, maybe she was busy and things were not working well. And the man has seen in her that you are changing, oh. Do you know why you're feeling that? It's complex. Because while you were sending her to school, you did not do anything. Maybe you are doing a security man and she had gone to the university to uplift herself. And you became jealous. He paid, he said he paid. We don't know if he paid the tuition fee. So you got all that and was like, so with everything I've done for this girl, look at, she's now somebody. And then you started having issues with her. Because with what you have just said, you said she became like, she wasn't listening to you again. She became egoistic because she now has education and she believes she can stand on her own.
You know, she's doing pretty well, so she doesn't need me anymore. Do you understand? So what does she need me for? It was my friends that called me to say, don't you know your friend was she's Nigerian? I said, how? As how now? Be I shall down but he said, how? Yeah. One of my friends told me she's in Nigeria now. So, and immediately my friend told me, you know, okay, the day she moved out, I went to meet her father to tell her father that, to pay condolence and then to say the daughter has moved out of the house. In case, I don't know, we're having issues, but I believe mommy's death is enough.
Yes, did you hear that? Since you got to Nigeria, you never called your father-in-law. Mother was dead. You weren't calling your father-in-law to tell your father-in-law that there was a problem at home. Okay. He didn't want reconciliation. If he wanted reconciliation, once he got to Nigeria, he should have gotten in touch with the father-in-law. Why did he not call his father-in-law when he got to Nigeria? Do you understand? No. He had been in Nigeria before the mother-in-law died. If he wanted reconciliation for real, he would have gone to the father-in-law when he got to Nigeria immediately, not until when the mother-in-law died.
Yeah, when she told him that she'll be coming, and then when she comes, we'll sit down and talk it out. And I now told the father that, well, whatever you want me to do during the burial, and the father now told me is a younger brother, that the guy that's supposed to be a immediate younger brother will be the one in charge of everything, that I should speak with him. And I went to meet that one. Yeah, I wouldn't mind to donate a cow to support the funeral, and then let me know what we're doing. You know, that was before she came. Yeah, let me know what we're doing. You know, the clothes and everything, and he said okay. And then she came. I didn't know. She told my friends, our mutual friends, that she's in Nigeria. So on the way keep, because I wasn't invited, I didn't go.
So since you went to the family, which was good, to pay your condolence, to ask for what you can do, to buy a cow for them, to know about burial arrangements, he didn't tell us if he bought the cow or not. Anyway, that's not the issue. You got to know that your wife was in Nigeria. She didn't invite you. So on the wake-keeping night, you did not go. Okay.
On On the phone all day. Yeah, I don't know what to do. So my uncle that I was staying with lives in Germany. It was around at the time. Yeah, and he said, you know what, you have to go for the, for the church Thanksgiving or whatever. But because you don't know our plan, so you might not even want to stay for the reception because she might disgrace you and all that. And meanwhile, I've already told all my friends that we're going for my missus, because as at that time she's still my wife. No matter what, I pay her bride price, I did everything that. And now I had to call up my friends like, you know what? Forget about it. Don't bother to come again. Because I don't know what she had in plan. Do you understand? So, and then on this day, like I said, I have videos, to back all my evidences. If you want me, to put it out there, to support, So after the church service, so she was dancing in front of her mother's corpse. I put some money out of my wallet. I gave her some money. I danced with her, and then before they now took her mother to, because our church, my mother's church, they have their own burial ground. Mm-hmm. So as God we have it, our mother would sleep beside my mother. Our mother was buried beside my mother. There was a footage whereby I was asking her, do you know who was buried over there? She said she knows. I have the footage. I stayed with her till, the bury, our mother, and I left. As a Yoruba girl.
You did a good thing. You even did a good thing, okay? No matter what, when you're fighting with anybody, you're having any quarrel, when it has to do with that, we are learning, yeah? When it has to do with that, please bury the hatchet and just show condolence to that person, no matter what. That's the last respect you can give, okay? So, Mr. Awful, I give this to you. Thank you.
That. But I'm not having it well, yeah. But I think that moment is enough for us to bury whatever, whatever grudges. My wife couldn't even hold me to say, you know what? Be with me, my husband. Do you understand?
How can she say be with me, my husband? She appreciated you coming. She just saw you as a friend as at that time. Because remember, you have told her you are no more doing. You have locked her out of your house. You have told her to leave your house. And you're still expecting her to beg you and say, you know what, my husband, I am sorry. My husband, thank you for coming for my mother's burial. Are you joking me?
My wife texted me. It's on my phone. Thank you for coming. Despite I couldn't stay for the reception, and I left. And then the burial part.
Did you hear that? The lady texted you and said, thank you for coming. Despite that I didn't stay there because of I don't need you were going to why going to.
And then a day or 2 days later, a friend told me, try to, call her. You still love her. Sit her down. You guys should talk things over. Marriage is not easy.
Available in multiple.
So it was your friend, a friend that knew that, that has common sense, told you. Call her, apologize. I mean, sort yourselves out. Sort out your differences. You understand?
I've been married for 20-something years. What is going on? Talk to your wife and,
A friend that has more understanding about marriage, more experience about marriage, said, I've been married for the past 20 years. We do have issues. You that you just got married, you brought your wife from Nigeria, you have sent her packing. You are not sure what going to according to your friend,
The problem here is that because I took her abroad, if I had married her here, and it's her mother that begged me. And I think I forgot one point that I didn't mention. This woman couldn't conceive.
Did you hear that? He said the mistake he made was marrying her abroad. He should have married her and left her in Nigeria. Anyway, guys, you will choose what you want for your life. I have seen so many men that do say that they can't marry a woman and bring her abroad. Then, good luck to you. Then stay alone here The one you have married abroad, you have parted ways. You are staying as Babandagbe. At the end of the day, it's your choice. If you want a woman in Nigeria to get married to and somebody else, boys will be helping you to service her. They will be helping her condition. Because if a lady is staying alone in Nigeria, people will help her condition. No, so it's now your choice. If you have decided to bring a woman here, you stay with your woman, you take all the things. Two of you will have to change. You know, it's been a long time you lived with a woman. You start together and build a relationship first. You have your differences. Auntie Bunyomobuwa, good evening, ma. You have your differences. It is natural. You are not from the same mother and the same father. Go on. And as old as you are, she was 41 or 42 when you got married to her. You were about 45. Man, you were old enough to know that you have common sense. It's not common. So you are now regretting that you should have married her and left her in Nigeria. Why to have a mama do Yahoo? Oh, my one Yahoo.
Yeah.
Do you know how many men? There was one joke man, one man did that time. I think it was a skit. He was calling all the men that were. It's one of your wives that have in the hotel. Yeah, motivate do Yahoo yipa. Mama bo, Yahoo in Nigeria. You say you are married to a woman and you left her in Nigeria. Some of you have the opportunity to bring your women here, but because of your selfish interest, you say, no, I'm not bringing any woman here. I don't want to bring her here so that she will not leave me. You will leave her in Nigeria. One do.
She couldn't have money to check that she's the one that had problem. I gave her money to go and do the test. Yeah, I don't know.
Did you hear that? That she couldn't conceive. I don't know if this man has another child except the first one that he said he had before, with Oyibo or with, I don't know, Boya Dudunya, or just said, a British citizen. I don't know if that British citizen is Oyibo or Yoruba or Nigerian. But he said this girl had problem that she couldn't conceive.
If this is right to say, boy, this is someone that couldn't afford, a divorce, to pay for a divorce. I stood by her. Do you understand? Gave her money. So, and then.
No, because you wanted to marry her. Don't make it look as if you did her a favor. You wanted to marry her, so you needed to support her to ensure that her divorce went well. Because without her divorcing, doing the normal divorce with her husband, you wouldn't have been able to marry her to the UK. So, like you're saying that you are a pure narcissist man. You thought you were doing her a favor. Everything you have done is like you did her a favor, sir.
My friend said, call her, sit her down. And I arranged a meeting with her. Yeah, guess what? I still love you. I know we're having issues. Our parents, let's assume they have their own whatever. They are gone now. Let's start all over. Do you understand? If we need to go out of, go on holiday, go to anywhere, let's start all over. Yeah, I still love you. When you get back to the UK, move back home. I love you. And then from there, I'm broke. I already broke. I said, do you have any Nigeria? Do you have Naira in your account? I've moved. That's who I am. She said she had about 50,000 Naira in her account. I said, how much can you afford to give me? Because I need Naira. I said, oh, she can give me 30,000 Naira out of the 50. Thank you. And then she...
So you did you had a meeting with her, you begged her, you even borrowed, you were begging her for money because she
transferred the money. That is to let you know I've moved on from whatever we're having. Do you understand? I was expecting her when she get back to the UK, she'll move back home and then we continue our life from there.
Oh!
Behold, when I finished whatever I was doing, in Nigeria, and then I go back to UK in June, I started calling my wife. Now, Oti palace le ni lewo. O se mo. Ha. O se mo ba wo.
Mr. Awful is painful. You gave a woman ultimatum. You locked a woman out of your house in the United Kingdom, and you expect her to start begging you. And you had a reconciliation in Nigeria. You told her come back home, and you called her and she said, "Ilewu, but give me no matter sir."
So she because like I said, that's why I said because our penny, our resources.
Pension B has given me a
So
retirement
you
plan
knew
option,
now that
which allows
because
me-
she can stand on her own, that is why, she's able to tell you that, oh, she more kaniko kaweni, maybe because you helped her to get a university degree, she has a good job now. If not that, she wouldn't have been able to stand her feet, isn't it?
Everything I did for her, she thinks she can easily walk away. Me, Moloro, Omanda, Coco, Tia, Toma, Omanda. Me, environment, our environment is very hostile. Even the living abroad is on his own is a job on his own. Yeah, not to talk of you are having a wife that, do you understand? Oshukini, Oshuk, when you see. Let's come together. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, my Pino. Okay, if I've done anything wrong, please, I beg in the name of God. And she said, the marriage is over. That's 2024, yeah. The money buying, so as I'm talking to you now, I'll say this on her. She thought I don't know. I know where she lives. I know where she works. Because who was very secretive. Yeah. Paul, Koti Yami. As I'm talking to you now, this woman blocked me. Someone that came on.
You hear that? Only Koti Yami. I know where she lives. I know where she works. It's just because I'm not ready. You're not ready for what? You've begged her. She blocked you. She told you it is over because you requested for her to leave and she left. Did you hear that? I know where she is. I know where she works. Auntie, run away. Malice keeper. Sis, wherever you are, please report to the police. An obsessive person can do anything. Believe me. Did you hear what he said? He said, I know where she is. And he talks with pain. Thank God he's out talking. No. Runaway wife. I am begging you. Ensure your safety. Oh. Eléyìí we say is wèrè ló ṣe òun tó ń fi lagi mọ́ ẹ lórí látẹ̀yìn o. Please report to the police. This particular clip, cut it and let them know that your safety, that he said he knows where you are, that he's not just ready. You're not ready to do what? To go and find her? Is it by force? Somebody told you, you asked her to leave and she left. And you have been begging her and she said, no, the marriage is over. Why are you coming online to say you want to paste her pictures everywhere? For what? If it is true that you are trying to teach the upcoming in-laws or wife and husband to be, if it is true that is what your aim is, you won't be saying you want to paste her pictures everywhere. For what? You want Biola to take the video or footage and paste it to us to know who she is. Can't I live a marriage in peace? If I decide to leave this man that we have been married for years now, and he says he wants to be showing me about, show Yahweh, I will ask. Because this thing you have said is like a threat. It's just because I'm not ready. When I'm ready, when you're ready to do what? To go and fetch her out.
0 naira to the UK. Do you understand? I saw a podcast yesterday on social media. People don't know, how when the guy was, when the guy was crying on the podcast, they don't know what it takes to love someone and to invest heavily. There's no big deal in seeing someone that is struggling financially. There's no big deal. But come off your jewelry, oh.
What Oju Olore? You are talking about Robbie's case. The truth is, Robbie came out to cry. Of course, it was full of emotions. Like I said, any man can cry. Don't look at it as a big deal that a man cried. Now, this same Robbie that you said invested. Olayinka, did you not hear what I've been saying? It's just because you are coming now. I've been balancing it. You are just coming. Take your time. I will wound you. Why did I call her Malice runaway wife? I've said my own. It's just that you are just coming. Now, this particular man, do you know that Robbie did not tell us the truth? Because most of you men are coming out to speak now, or because you saw Robbie speaking. I've said it, men do have emotions. Men go through domestic violence. So it is not a big deal, and it's not a lie. Olayinka, so you think I've not been balanced? I've been balanced now. It's you are not getting it right. I said it that a lady that you met and you knew that she can keep Malice to the last. Why did you ignore it? Why did you marry her? I've said it, man. That same Robbie, did you not see Robbie? That at the end of the day, we got to see text message, chat messages that says it all. When they were in Nigeria, this one that you are talking about, that you have invested so much, invested your money in a woman that you helped. Robbie did not help her. She was the one that spent for Robbie, uncle. So Robbie's case is a different thing. All the money that Robbie lied that he was given was Ajo money, Osusu money. And we got to know that the relationship already broke down before they left. And which man will tell his wife, a wife that you really love, to go and do arranged marriage abroad? Can you allow your woman, you that you are watching me, can you tell your woman to go and marry because of paper, and you will stay in Nigeria? Show your way. Anyway, I'm advising you, don't do that too. If you do that, go and do kini. They will do your way, dada. How can you send your woman to go and get paper for you? They will do your way, dada. Don't you think so? You're doing that.
And that's one of the reasons why maybe this will be the last
lesson.
Yeah?
Lesson.
The last lesson. Yeah. When a lady is not doing pretty well, yeah, financially, because I saw an Instagram post of is it Copy?
Okay, Copy.
DJ Copy. That she has tried every relationship, it doesn't work, and then she wants to go for someone quiet, probably 9 to 5 now. Go this separate ways. It will be probably because, you don't give me time.
Hey, but your own is a different case. Even that girl is from a richer home than you are. It's just that when you wanted to marry her, she ensured that you did the right thing by paying for her university because you wanted to marry her. You can't give coin, Jare. They have blocked us. God of 1159. Babalawo lo ma lo ni gbogbo account tí ó gbádùn. You understand? You knew who she was. You got married to her because she's from a rich home. You weren't looking for love, were you? Were you looking for her father's wealth? But she wanted to do it the right thing. You pay for my traveling if you want me to come and meet you. So that you are using Cooper's own, Cooper's own to judge your own. She didn't marry you because of your money, because you didn't even have the money when she was to come in.
And teacher, it won't be because she's making money now. She doesn't want me to be part of, do you understand? Because at a point in time, I was the one paying all the bills. Because there is a culture in where we live, whereby if I'm carrying a certain amount of bills, you need to come, to support. And when they started making this money, and in Cotton Shell and UK, all this dark power, you see them.
My dear, it's because you're having complex now. That is what I've seen in you. You being who you are naturally, you are the man that wants to be up there. You're seeing that she's now educated, she gets more money, she has a better job than you do. You're feeling threatened. You think it is because, but you have seen all these bad things about her. You married her with her flaws. You did not do the right thing. Like you said, you did not go and do your investigation about how she left her marriage or how they go and dumped her in front of her mother's house. It was your fault. Now, bringing her abroad, sending her, giving her the education she needed, and then she became somebody in life, it's not because of that. You have said her behaviors, her attributes as a woman is a malice keeper. You knew who she was. It is not because of the job, but you are making it look as if, oh, now what is happening? Yeah, truth be told, this jackpot generation, we have told you men that you are bringing your women in. Dear, once you know that you are a man that wants the African culture, Nigerian culture, Yoruba culture of Emiloko, Iwoniyawo, don't bring your women here. Here is 50-50. Here is a place where a woman expects you to make food for yourself when I've gone to work. Here is a place where a woman expects you to change nappies for our daughter or our son when I am at work or when I'm sleeping. And you are free. It is not in Nigeria where a woman does everything. And in Nigeria, we have helps. We have house help. We have our junior ones. We have relatives coming to live with us. We have in-laws that are there for us. We have neighbors. But here, you are on your own. It's me and my husband. So how do we do the job? We need to, everybody must have a task. During the weekend, I might be able to cook all the soup in the world, put in the freezer maybe once in a month. I expect you to come and make amala and eat. Just take soup out and eat. Make small rice. Do spaghetti. As my husband, do it so that we can eat together. I expect you to finish eating and wash your plates. You don't expect me to come back from work and meet your plate in the zinc. Once I come in and I see all that, ori mi ma daru ni, pe baba wire ni bobo man. If you, Jackman, please, Jare, don't mind uncle. Uncle is talking beer parlor. Learn it. Know it. Be sure of what you want. If you're not for that, don't bring any woman here. The woman will finish you here. She will send you packing at the end of the day. That is why you can see that most women lie. Because they know they want to become what they have learned here. And thank God everything is now changing. The government now knows that these women now wants to use these men to get their papers, and they will say they are DV. They lie on DV. They get a house because of DV, they get support, and then at the end of the day, they get their paper, and you are back to Nigeria. But everything is now changing. I think the government is looking into it, and they can't use that to lie again. So Uncle is frustrated on his own because he brought this woman in, because of his own ego, because of who he is. He has lost the woman after spending on her. It is painful, Uncle. Oh, my dream.
The husband will bring them to the UK. I even did a movie about this whole, what men are going through. I have 4 scenarios, a 4 case of my friends So just the similar scenario, yeah. There was a friend of mine that came to Nigeria to marry someone. In fact, anytime I go quiet to you, yeah, this my friend came with a British passport to marry this particular person, yeah, and then they got married and then they have kids, yeah, and then immediately they have kids. The kids are automatically they're British, and he refused to bring them to the UK, but. And when your brothers for the family that comes together, they stay together. And he talked about it like, okay, if he had known, come on, listen, do you understand? Immediately, this woman and the kids get to the UK. You pay a year. The woman personally accused of my friend that.
He's talking about somebody else's experience now. Like I said, it does happen. There are some women that, they get bad lessons. And once they come, they live with that lesson and they want to. And do you know why? Because most of them have gone through a lot in Nigeria. Yes, it's an opportunity for them when they come here. Oh, so life is as sweet as this. Baba, you don't say bye for me in Nigeria. Let me pay him back. Okay?
Yeah. But let me share what on dear I have a neighbor, he's a Ghanaian. Yeah, that came from Italy. Just to it's just to let you know this is what is going on.
See, by the time you finish this interview, I hope people like us that are very quiet. Shall I
No. You see, let me tell you something. If you're a bad person, you are a bad person. And even if you're a bad person,
he talked about he took. I know it's you, Alata. I know it is you, Baba Alawo. He mentioned something about, his friend that brought his wife, and the wife almost sent the husband to prison because of sex. Okay? Reason being, for you guys living in Nigeria and you are coming here for the first time, or you are bringing your woman here, listen, you don't force a woman, no. Just the way they will categorize you as a RAPI is the same way. Once you ask your woman, she aṣọ sókè, tó bá sọ pé má bọ́ pátá mi, wọ́n bí yàrá ìyá ẹ̀rẹ́ kò bọ́ pátá ẹ̀ o. Ó máa lóò fẹ́ báwọn fipá lò pọ̀ ni o. A lot of our men will go to ilé ńlá because of that. Once a woman does not give a consent, whether you are olówó orí ọkọ nonsense or whatsoever, that is why you can see most of our men, when they come to Nigeria, wọ́n máa ń lọ dóra wọn pa ni, because wọ́n ti starve wọn dáadáa lóyìnbó. And you know the reason? It is tiring for most women here. They go to work. Just the way you are working, they are working. Most women do more shifts than men. So, at the same time, you want to come home and do jiggy. But I do beg our women too. Give your husband willingly. Remember our culture. Don't come and take Oyibo culture and send your men to jail. Please. When you do it in ìwọ̀ntúnwọ̀nsì, allow them have a taste of that thing. Don't deprive them of that joy. You know the joy of Abe. Don't deprive your men. In as much as I know it can be tiring, you've gone to this, you've gone to that. Some women do 2-3 months, they won't allow their men to do it. Please, I beg you. Ẹ ṣàánú wọn. Let them do. Lady Tinu, how are you, ma? Let them do. It's their joy. Don't lie on your men to get papers. So many of you are wicked. We know some women are like that. And we know some women that you have seen that you are better than your husband because You are now well read. Your husband did not go to school, and you have forgotten that while you were in that university, it was the man that was helping you to look after the children. Please remember where you are coming from. You too, you have male children. Treat your husbands well. But this man,
you can work on yourself to be a better person. Sister Biola, if you complain, we almost fought this morning. I came, not that I came late, but because of what happened to me yesterday. Do you understand? You get what I mean? Yeah, you can get better. The constant thing about life is change.
This man has anger issue.
So see that.
Did you hear that he wanted to fight with Biola this morning? He said, he wanted to fight. He has anger issue. And to bá fẹ́ yín iṣẹ́ ló ṣe, he has serious anger issue. Even on the show, you will see that he was bringing out himself. You will see him. Àṣírí ẹ̀ tú lórí program because the person he is really, he came out unknowingly. You will see it in him. Only anger issue.
She's nowhere to be.
She's nowhere to, and she's in my city.
Okay. Now let's move forward.
Yeah.
And then let's what do you think? Do you want your wife back? What is the essence
of this interview?
Okay. The essence is that number one, there are age bracket between 30 and 40 years. They are trying to migrate from here to any part of the world. Do you understand? And they will have a good relationship going on. But in their mind, they will be thinking something out there is better. There is nothing out there, my brother. If you have it, you wait over to and you eventually have the way. I have someone like an uncle.
Thank you so much, Mr. Otful. I can tell, yes, for you guys that you live in Nigeria and you have beautiful relationship, or you ladies that you are in Nigeria, you have fantastic men that loves you, but because of documents, you want to just ditch them for somebody here because of you're not going to have it better. He has said the truth, plain truth. If you have a relationship there, please don't break anybody's heart because of paper. God will eventually do yours, okay? If you have come here to study or you're here because of this job that they do, please remember home, okay? Remember you have somebody back home. Do not break anybody's heart. Thank you for saying that. But for you, Mr. Otful, yours is pain that you have. Your heart. Biola has asked you. Thank God you gave us one of the reasons that you are giving, lecture to those ones so that they don't make such mistake. But your own, we have seen who you are.
To me, yeah, the wife's parents, they are doing pretty well. This my uncle, they are not, do you understand? But they went on, on visiting visa. Today, all their children, about 4 or 5, they have British passport. Now, with that, but they are happy together. Do you understand? So that's the moral. Because all these young, they will have beautiful girl here. They have something going on fine. Or because they want to jackpot. And that is what is going on the street of Europe now, UK, everywhere.
Do you think at any point in this marriage, you
were wrong?
I'm trying to...
No. Ask me any questions. Yeah, shoot.
Do you think at any point you made her feel like you did her a favor by marrying?
Of course,
okay,
he did.
This way, it's not a big deal for a man to support you because your family. The Bible says when you join together, you're one, isn't it? Do you understand? Whatever I do for you as my wife, we're family. It's not a big deal. To consider like I said, I'm a contractor. I could be out of job for 2 months.
New users can get 3 items for
Yeah, that's a
99
very
cents
good
with
question
free
from
shipping.
Biola, because definitely that was what was happening. I did you a favor by bringing you abroad. You could see that in the way he talks. You will know that this is the kind of person he is.
And when I pick up, do you understand? The bills has to be paid. But when you're doing, your money is your money. So how are we going to survive? And then we're living large, we're living big. In the UK, some couples, we decide to say, okay, you know what? Yeah, all our bills on our cars or finances on our cars will come out from your own salary. While as a man, you take care of do you understand? You get what I mean? So it's not a big deal, but they make it look like it's a big deal. That's what I'm telling the younger ones. If you want to be, or you want to marry, or you need to date someone that is doing pretty well.
You see where he's always going back to. Biola asked you, was there any time you made her feel like, oh, I made you who you are? And so he had answered stylishly that, there are times that he wouldn't have money. So definitely he was telling her, reminding her consistently, just like they do normally will remind you, I made you who you are. I made you. If not, you wouldn't be here. I made you to be who you are. And you have to do this, you have to do that. Exactly what happened.
Do you understand? Because the other people and everybody become a gold digger. Because
can you imagine?
And it's not even, it's a normal thing. You have to be doing, when you're doing pretty well, I'm doing pretty well. It's no big deal.
And that's a lesson to every woman out there, to every lady out there. Get a job. I tell you when. I usually say this. The men are now saying that they won't settle for less. Women too. For every man out there, I agree with you. Get a woman that will support you. It does not mean that there are no ladies out there who are not ambitious. It's just because they are not fortunate yet. So they should not be left out of the equation and make them feel like because you have not attained certain heights in life, you have not made this money, you are not a wife material. We should not also leave that fact. But then every woman should earn money.
Don't wait for a
earn money for yourself. As long as you or in as much as we know that you might be struggling.
Now, if you want to come up now, you can come up. You can request to come up now.
Your first priority should first be
you can request if you want to come up
your feet
without that
before marriage. It's okay to get married early as you want. Make sure that you have made money earlier. It will help you. And even as a man there, before you dig the gold that he's saying, make sure that you are standing on your feet
100%.
Well, because it's already getting to a stage where it's looking like all man for himself. So before I let you go, because of our time, I know you still want to say it.
No. Like I said, there might be. As a matter of fact, because of this, I started.
There might be part two.
Yeah, but okay. I did.
Also not leaving the fact that Mrs. Oluwole, please, we don't judge anybody on this show.
Mrs. Oluwole,
we are not the court of law. If you want to come to say your part of the story, please feel free to call us. You see the number here. Just send a mail.
Honestly, if I am Mrs. Oluwole, wherever you are now, Auntie Runaway, please do not come out to talk. You have kept your cool. You knew why you left the relationship. If you're hot, you are hot. I am begging you. If you come out, this man, he has said it that if you want to, he wants to be confrontational. So if you come out, this is a man that has been recording you. You'll be surprised that he has all your records. I am telling you, I know Biola is trying to balance the equation. This is a man that is telling you that I want to do part two. Part two of what? Of Ejo Wewe. Ejo tí ò make sense. Please, I am begging you. They said you are in the United Kingdom. Me, I don't know what job you do. Okay? Okay, they said you are in, I think, human resources or so. Please, you are in the corporate world. Maybe Uncle has told us that he's now an actor. Wọ́n wá fíìmù tó máa ṣe ni. Wọ́n fẹ́ fi ẹ́ gbókun ni. He's looking for followership. He's looking for clout. He will bring your name out. You have a career here. A man that is not doing well will ruin your career. I am telling you. A woman that is not doing well is ready to ruin a man's career. I'm begging you, don't come out to talk. If you're a private person, please keep your life private. All right? Shit do happen. We get married, it doesn't work out, everybody goes their own way. He has told us that you are Miss Malice keeper. This is the second marriage that's being destroyed. You two, you know your faults. Let's finish then. I'll give you yours.
Please just drop a message and you'll be invited. Because we're not judging you. We're not saying you're the bad person here. And I'm also not saying he's a bad person here. Of course, there will be issues in... every marriage has its own issue. We understand. We have issues. We do understand you. And this didn't work. Let's see if there is a way that it will work again. But please, personally, talk to me as a whole. We're not accusing you of anything. The courts of law will do that. Your husband will do that. Sir, before I let you go, what is the most painful thing that she has done to you?
To the best of my knowledge, I think marriage is supposed to be per seconds. What do I mean? You offend me, immediately then we'll talk about it. Yeah. You don't walk away in something you believe in. Because I believe in her, I love her, I believe in everything, but that's why I could invest my resources for us to build life.
It's all about resources.
She was once married. Do you understand?
You can see that it's all about resources, not even that I've invested my emotion in this. Of course, you have invested more than just resources. You have invested your emotions, your life, everything. But it is all about, oh, I've invested money.
She still doesn't have a child yet, right?
Yes.
A woman of her age, I don't think...
And now guess what? That part, I've already had planned because I've gotten enough information.
I understand.
Do you understand?
But yeah. Why I'm saying that, I'm sure that it must have been very painful on her part to have left that marriage.
No.
Okay.
So because
I'm not going to speak.
No. It's fine. But I'm just telling you, if you value something,
yes,
at least you try. You won't let it go. If you invested in something,
okay,
you won't be because she doesn't invest anything. So why won't she walk away?
You can see it's all about investment. But this is a lady that was in your house. You were being hostile. You were saying she was burning food. You locked her outside, and you're talking about investing in what? It is all about investment in investment, Mr. Resources and Investment. I beg, investment, resources, investment, resources.
Like I said, my main purpose is to educate the younger ones out there between 30 to 40. If you're living abroad, if you want to come to Nigeria to pick a wife, all these points highlighted, try to and it will do you good. Do you understand? Yeah. And if you have something doing here, you have something good, a relationship, don't put it in a bin, and because you're hoping for something, there is nothing out there. You might eventually have all what it takes, and then you might not even now have your soulmate. So what becomes of you? And lastly, before I go, I did a movie whereby I would say I expressed my what I was going through at the time. Yeah. So I'm the only one, the only cast in it's a monologue. Yeah, I called the movie Jackpot Test of Character. Guys, help me to check it out on YouTube.
What's your
My handle on YouTube is Lord Sugar Official. Lord Sugar, LORD SHUGA, Lord Sugar Official on YouTube.
Instagram?
Oh yeah, at Lord Sugar Official on Instagram, at Lord Sugar Official and then on TikTok Lord Sugar. They'll see me there. Okay. So guys, please help me to check my Lord movie out on YouTube. I promise you will love it, and then try to learn from my mistake. Yeah. One beaten, twice shy.
Generally, what have you learned from your story? What has your story taught you?
Well, I've learned a lot. Yeah. I think at this point in time now, I won't say I rush because I realized at the time I'm the type because I get bored easily. I can't be with someone that's very boring in a relationship. Do you understand? So I'm taking my time now. You know, if I'm going to be in a relationship, it has to be someone that we can have constructive conversation. You can engage me intellectually. Do you understand? So yeah, so I've learned a lot to be more patient as well. Do you understand? Because I try. Yeah, I made some mistake. I'm not saying all the, I'm all right or everything in that relationship. Yeah, like when I told you I locked the door, I shouldn't have done that. But I was expecting. That's where I be sort of, will have probably did a lot.
Dr. B sounded exhausted.
In every relationship, you should be able to turn negativity to positivity. Yeah, there's something they call deficiency in project, whereby you're doing a project and there's a problem. You won't because there's a little problem, then you want to start all over again. No, you have to turn that to a positive. You have to turn it to. Do you understand? That's how a relationship should look like. That's how marriage should look like. Every little problem turn into positivity. Yeah, we see it in movie whereby your mama binu, your mama and then other things call me. Do you understand? So that's how relationship be. It should be per seconds. Every seconds I offend you.
Beg
talk
me.
About it. Move on to the next. Exactly. That's how like go you lay now. What's so special about living abroad? What's so special about
If you have the opportunity to say something to her, what would you say to her?
Well, I would just tell her to change her ways. Okay. Yeah, because by next month she will be 47. Yeah, and she's chasing shadow everywhere. Today, to buy more for me, automatic the child is British. Do you understand? But do you understand? Continue. So, team, if I'm not taken out to the UK, show my mom got to winning. Show my mom got to. Do you get what I mean?
She walked out without a way. She walked out without Omo. She walked out like that.
Exactly. So and then I can tell you the reason why it's easier that way is because she didn't invest anything.
No, it's not about investment. He's so pained. Guys, have you not seen something in this? The lady left you. She didn't mind that she didn't get her papers. If she had wanted, if it was all about her paper, she would have just kept all these things, endured all the insults just for her to get her papers. But she left you. Only good riddance to bad rubbish. His mindset is unbelievable, my dear Folani. Did you hear that? Because she did not invest in this, it is my investment. Oh my God. I wouldn't have stood that man for a week. This man for a week staying with this kind of a man. God forbid. Lady here try. To beg me for me 2 years or how many years? She tried. See, it's easier for him She is fast to tell us about her age. He is always ready to tell the whole world she's an old woman. She's 47. She doesn't have a child. Why are you chasing shadows? She's chasing. She left you because she was done. She couldn't stand you. For her not to go with papers, she would have endured everything just for you to file for her and let her go. Only to bad bímọ fún mi, the child would have been British. You would have been British. What has British got to do? She's chasing CSO, abiki COS, abiki like God will give her COS. He is a narcissist. God will give her COS. And still run away. Please, if they beg you, don't agree. Don't marry this man, no. I am begging you. It's better to use kini kilaman to idoko yen. Don't allow this man into your life again, no. And sincerely, most of you women, watch this man. And Shabi, if you want to come up now, I can give about 30 minutes for us to talk because I'm working in the morning. So if anybody wants to come up, if not, we can leave it till tomorrow. We can talk tomorrow. No, sincerely now, can you imagine if this man, look, I beg you, he wants followers. That is what I've told you. He's advertising his film, okay? He's just he's a newcomer in Nollywood. He needs people. He has advertised his page. He wants people to start following him. He wants people like him, abusers, to follow him. He's clout chasing. He's smearing that lady's name. So I am begging you, ladies, but you know you'll be looking for another man, another victim. If you marry this man, this particular man that I'm looking at, I'm not joking. He's not a nice man. This interview has exposed who he is. You know, on this platform, I am not for ladies like women supporting women rubbish. I'm not for that. But I will say the truth. I am begging you. Women have their faults. This lady that they said she's a Malice keeper, I've said it, is the worst thing anybody can have as an attribute. You can't talk to that person 1 month. What kind of a person are you? Again, I don't like people that are malice, that keep malice. I can't stand them. If it's something that is bad in you, go and change it. And I've said it that most women here, help yourself, help your partner. Don't say because, you are here now, you want a new life, you want, no. But for this particular case, this particular one, you go and marry this man. Number one, he's a man that feels that he's everything. Once he has brought you to this country, even if he meets you here, if you are that good, why didn't you get married since how many years that you had your first child? Why have you been alone until you went to Nigeria to pick a girl? Are you telling me that there was no relationship before you went to bring this lady? Why have you not had any woman in your life before you went to bring Mrs. Malice Keeper? You must have had relationships. Why did you not bring a woman in? Why have you been living like a mom for years before your mother was begging you, Mama Batemije, why are we silly that you had to go to Nigeria to bring a woman? What happens to all the ladies you have dated in the United Kingdom? Are you telling me she will be the first one after your first child that you had? You made it look as if, you spent all your money on her and you were broke before you met her because you had to borrow credit card to bring her in, to pay for her school fees. Bravo, you wanted a wife. But what was the relationship when she came in? How were you behaving to her? If you could lock your woman out. Haba.
When you don't invest anything, that's why I'm telling all the young guys, if a lady doesn't have anything to put on the table, do you understand? Don't be sentimental about it. What can we bring on? What can you offer me? Bring to the...
Of course, ladies now know. I've told them in Nigeria, most of these ladies, Get a job. Get something doing. Don't rely on men. Don't let men see you as a piece of shit that they can mess up with you. Go and upskill yourself. It is not only by you going to school alone. You can learn a lot of things that you can use in making yourself who you are. I do give it to the women that live their marriage and they are good to go. Because most of the things that you see is because men have seen you as a tool that can be used and be dumped. But when a man knows that you have something up here, when a man knows that you are not a liability, they cannot joke with you. Do not let man see you as an investor. Yeah, investments. Investments no kulokwe. Nigerian ladies, you need to do better. Don't let men take you for a fool. They have seen that most of you ladies out there, it is, does he have money? When you meet a guy and the first thing you ask, does he have money? You're belittling yourself. You're bringing your price down. You're bringing your prestige down as a woman, as somebody that can stand up. Because it's about here, abroad, ladies here. All the children that we have here, when you talk about money, they look at you as if he's working, I'm working. He's working, I'm working. Why will I ask him for money? Why will I want to marry somebody because of money? Why will I want to marry somebody because our father is rich or because his father is rich? That's what your child, all the children here, except I want all here for you to see an abroad child, abroad brought up kid, ask about money. You work, I work. They go out, they go on holidays. Our children, ladies, go on holiday on their own with just girls outing. They travel abroad everywhere, where their parents have never been. But you rely on men in Nigeria. That's why they take it. Did you hear what this man said? He said with 5 million, you can get 20 ladies. Did you not hear what he said? Because we have priced ourselves so low in Nigeria. Most of you are on social media, Instagram, to look for men that will give you money. Instead of you to use what you have, the brain God has given you. The same brain that man has is the same brain you have. The same brain he has is the same brain you have. If he gets a job as a managing director, you can get a job as a managing director. What is the difference between you and that man? Why do you have to rely on his own money to live? And that is why this one can open up and tell you, yes, men too, you will not kill it. Because of course, if somebody is bringing you abroad, yeah, you're the one, you've married me. I'm your responsibility. Good. So what the heck? Ele job Ruku, I will beg you, ladies, please. When you're dating a man, if he talks too much, he will want to man double or go mama go join. Mama fi double.
Do you understand? So it's as simple as that.
Okay.
So, like I said, this
Yeah,
my,
okay.
in fact, I will be a lot of the seat. I'm happy that someone that even came in to the picture.
Did you hear that? A lot of receipts will come out. You have been keeping receipts of every money you spent on Mr. Elejo Wewe. Did you hear that? He said, by the time you bring her up, when we have, that's why I said, auntie, run away. Don't mind him. Don't answer him. Don't come. This one has the receipt of shower Torah for Nisa Leko. He has the receipt to this man that you are looking at. When you meet a man that talks too much, please run away. This kind of a man, I'm telling you, you cannot win him in court. He will finish you. He will tell Adajo, no, my lawyer should not talk. I have evidence. Did you hear him? He has receipt of everything. Did you hear him that he said, I have a video where I asked her that do you know who is being buried here? Who was buried here? The one that the wife would not even have thought about. He has evidence, yo. Evidence. This kind of a man has everything in the house. Find to my court. He said, he will print out your conversation from phone. He will want to have conversation from phone office. Don't talk to him. Please.
Yeah.
2-step challenge. You're trading into rewards.
Only receipt. I have receipts. Receipt of money you have spent on her. Maybe the best thing for this lady, for her to ask him, how much have you spent on me? Give him back his money. Any jail to shilowo ni o. Aláìwòye burúkú lélẹ́yìí o. Kó wẹ̀ fún owó tó fi wẹ̀ lọ school.
Couldn't even speak with her. Do you understand? So, you know, and that's my story. Yeah. So, guys, once again, my monologue short story is on YouTube.
Shut up! Monologue because monologue. Monologue. Oh, let's say what artist monologue. Why didn't you come and invite me to act with you? Why do you monologue? Monologue called Sikilogini. You can imagine. Anyways, taban sunkún amaringo. Pé Biola ṣe. Guys, please, whether a man or a woman, please watch out. Do not be in a rush to get married. Yes, relationships do fail. She failed in her first relationship. Whatever happened, she lost a relationship. But she met this man. Maybe she herself did not, study him well. Or he did not study her well too. They were not compatible. This one can go Jolata or Dale. The other one can keep mute from morning till night. Be careful of who you bring in as a wife or as a husband. Never marry a malice keeper. Never. I beg you. Whether it's a man, because some men can keep malice till they do us parts. Don't marry a person that can keep malice from morning till a man or a woman. Watch out. Do not marry a lejo wewe. Please. I beg you. Do not marry a lejo wewe. Somebody that you will talk, they will carry chair. A man will carry chair and sit down and be rodoing. I've never seen this kind of a man before. They will finish you up. Please avoid them. Be self-sufficient in whatever you're doing as a man or as a woman. Men abroad, I beg you, please, once you know that your woman is rising up, as in educational values are going up, improving themselves, please do not sit well. Don't sit down. My husband is doing his PhD now because the moment I went back to do my first degree, he did this, another degree, and now he's doing PhD. It's like, this girl. It's me that will be more learned than you are. No. Be smart. Men, please. I beg you. Don't depend on any woman can mess up at any time. And naturally, women tends to get into her head like, yeah, and so what? Like, But it's not everyone. Depends on who you are from home. Especially people of my own age range. Yeah. Some of us, in fact, majority of my age mates will think twice before they take some decisions when it comes to, what we do, because we know where we're coming from now. It's a good advice. Do not leave your partner and go and do for another one here because of paper. No. Mrs. Runaway, I wish you all the best. I pray that God Almighty will give you your paper in this country. In fact, it might be this one that He has done that God will propel you to your greatness. Maybe it is this video He has done that He thinks He wants to cloud chase with it, that God will send an helper to you. People that knew your relationship before and that they didn't even know that you had gone through it. God will just send somebody to you that will give you your paper in this country. And you will have your child. He said you are 47, okay? There is no barren woman now in the world. No. Science has taken over. You can do surrogacy. You can do IVF. Even though you're not married, you can IVF. Ooh. Yes. Once you have your egg, sperm donors are everywhere. Go and do it. See. God will give you yours. And I can imagine what was going through your mind as at the time you were with Him. Because at 40 plus, without any child, and you are meeting a man like that, I can imagine what you went through. God will see you through it. I wish you all the best. But for this man, you are the one that did this interview. But I tell you, I've seen nothing in you but a narcissistic values, narcissistic natured man. That's what I've seen in you. Thank you, everyone, as you have joined me. I wish we can, bring in people, but I've got headache and I'm working in the morning. I just did it because I saw this and I felt I should analyze it. Please, I wish us all the best. Please look before you dive, whether you're a man or a woman. Okay? And for us living abroad, we can do better as a man, we can do better as a woman. As women. Guys, you have right to speak out. Do not let anybody shut you down as a man. Yes. If you are going through emotional abuse, especially here, because in Nigeria, a man cannot go through emotional abuse. This story, the emotional abuse na beer parlor dem go leave am. Na ile asewo dem go leave am. Na Uju Elegba dem go take the emotional abuse too. They will abuse you emotionally in Nigeria. Men will abuse you. They will abuse you physically. Go. How can you abuse a man emotionally in Nigeria? No. But for men, that you can't talk because you feel like people will laugh at you. No. I have a platform where you can talk. Yeah. If you're going through any abuse and you feel you need somebody to talk to, call Ajoke, please. All right? I know a lot of men are going through abuse too. It's not only women here. So many men that can't speak out. You have somewhere to talk to. You have somebody to talk to. And thank God we have a government that can listen to you too. When you have anybody, please open up and speak out. Do not be shut up. Don't let anybody shut you up. No. You have the right to talk. And we are bringing children up. We are bringing our male children up to tell them that they should, they should keep their emotions as boys. No, please. For you now that you are just rearing children, please allow your boys to cry if they need to cry. Allow them to talk if they need to talk. Give them the opportunity to speak to you. Okay? And men, please speak out so that you don't die in silence. I love you all. Have a wonderful night. Udaro. Thank you.